Coming back to get the ball for Tampa Bay to start the game, John Holt and James Owens. Owens was a member of the Olympic team. Can he run?
Boy, he has great speed. They've been using him as a tailback on offense, so I think we're going to see a lot of James Owens today.
John McKay against Tom Landry. Texas Stadium, tough to beat the Cowboys here. And the Cowboys, of course, are no strangers to playoff games. This is their 7th in a row. They've been to 5 Super Bowls. They've won 2 of them. Rafael Septien will kick it off. Holt and Owens are the deep men inside the 5. The kick from the 35-yard line by Septien booms down deep inside the 5. Taken by Holt right on the goal line. Runs right to the 5, 10, 15. He comes out to the 20. He's down at the 21-yard line. Tampa Bay will start from there. Downfield with Michael Downs, the safety man for the Cowboys, to make the tackle.
He got 21 yards on that return, Jack. He took it up the middle and slanted out to the right side. Had a little bit of a hole, but there was a nice tackle in there by special teams.
Doug Williams is the quarterback. Jerry Eckwood and the rookie James Wilder are in the backfield with him. Kevin House, a wide receiver, along with Theo Bell. House comes left, Bell goes right. The tight end is Giles. He sets up on the left side. I formation for Tampa Bay from their own 21-yard line. Motion now by Giles, the tight end, and a give to the tailback, and out across the 25-yard line with the ball comes James Owens. They have him in there to give a little added speed to the Tampa Bay attack.
Well, they set up strong left, brought Giles in motion to the right to move the strong safety Charlie Waters out of there, handed off on a pick play to Owens, who gained 4.5 yards every time he carried the ball this year, and he cut it back to the left for a nice gain.
He just picked up 6 yards, and it is 2nd down and 4 at the 27-yard line of the Bucs. I formation with Wilder, the upback, the rookie out of Missouri. A wing formation. Motion by Giles again. Tailback again, Owens. Slants right, comes across the 30, near the 31, very close to a first down. And Owens is short of a first down by about a foot. It'll be 3rd down and 1. And the motion by the tight end has been shown both times by the Buccaneers.
Well, what they're doing with the motion with Giles, the tight end, is keeping Charlie Waters out of the play because he's probably one of the stronger tacklers in that secondary for Dallas. Now on 3rd and 1, this is a big play for Tampa.
Steve Wilson, the center, out over the ball. Ray Snell, Greg Roberts are the guards. Gene Sanders, Charlie Hanna are the tackles there. And on a wing is the tight end. And on 3rd down, a sneak, and Williams looks like he may, well, I'm not even going to guess. He tried to go up over the top, and somebody, Bob Bruning, the middle linebacker, really jammed it up.
Well, when you have a quarterback the size of Williams, 6'4", 220 pounds, you should go for the quarterback sneak.
He made it. They gave him enough forward progress about the length of the ball, and Jerry Markbright says, 1st down, move those sticks.
That's a good play, good sound call by Tampa Bay there, because Williams is a horse, got great strength, and it's hard for a middle linebacker, even as large as Bruning is, to take him on man-to-man.
1st down now at their 32-yard line for the Buccaneers. House is to the right, Bell is to the left. And they shift into the I formation with James Owens, the tailback. And here's a fake and a pass. Look out, a sack. Down goes Williams, back at the 21-yard line. Roaring through there was the linebacker, Mike Eggman. And I believe he was the first one to get there.
Also, Jack, D.D. Lewis came from the other side. Dallas likes to blitz on 1st down, really, to stop the run. That time we had a play-action pass. Doug Williams wasn't able to set up, and Giles was open going down the middle. They'll probably come back to that later.
He was sacked back at the 24-yard line, and as a result of that, it is 2nd down and 18. They came on 1st down. They kind of figured that the Buccaneers would be throwing.
That sort of stops your momentum real quickly.
Out of the I formation once again. Williams under center, gives to Owens, trying to get outside. He cuts back in. Barnes gets to him. Down he goes at the 27-yard line, and the Dallas defense starting to assert itself. Randy White caught up with the play after Benny Barnes had slowed him down, and it's 3rd down and 13.
Wilder coming from right to left. A lot of teams now are running the football against that 5- and 6-man defensive back scheme, because you get a bigger offensive lineman out on a smaller defensive back, and you hope that you can gain yardage.
12 minutes left in the scoreless 1st quarter. They go into the shotgun with Doug Williams, the quarterback in the double wing. On 3rd down, he's back to throw. As time sets up, directs traffic, rolls right, throws, and it is incomplete out around the the 30-yard line. Barnes was there covering. Too tall Jones. It dropped off into pass coverage. It's time for Tampa Bay to punt the ball and give it to the very explosive Cowboys.
Well, they were trying to set up a screen to the right side, but Vinnie Barnes played it all the way. That's what happens when you have the extra back in there. He locks onto your fullback, and he can follow him out in the screen. So it was a big play by the Dallas defense.
Larry Swider is back to do the punting. And the kick return man for the Cowboys will be James Jones. There's the kick, unmolested by Swider, not too good. Jones took it on the 36. He's to the 40. He's to the 45-yard line. Dallas will go from there 47. Not a very good kick by Larry Swider. Prior to today, Swider had averaged 42, almost 43 yards a kick. Only a 37-yard punt. 11:34 left in the first quarter. Dallas has the ball. First down. First time they've had it at their own 47. With the score 0-0, let's take time out. This Bud's for all those lovely ladies on the sideline to help give the home team a definite advantage. This time, let's hear it for the cheerleaders.
Bud's for you. There's no one else who does it quite the way you do. So here's to you. You know it isn't only what you say, it's what you do.
Jack, they work harder than you think.
You said it, Coach. So here's to all those pretty pom-pom girls who dance, yell, and scream to keep the crowd on its feet. Here's to you. That distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
It's Bud for you. For all you do, the king of beers is coming through.
Yeah, and you're sure prettier than those fullbacks and linebackers.
Hey, thanks a lot, Hank.
No, not you, the cheerleader.
For all you do.
This Bud's for you. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis. Danny White has Ron Springs and Tony Dorsett in the I formation from his own 47-yard line. Dupree, the tight end on the right side. Here's a toss to Dorsett. Running right, cuts, gets to midfield. He's into Tampa Bay territory, and now the flag. And it's going to be a head hit and a personal foul against Tampa Bay as Dorsett went out of bounds at the Buccaneers' 46-yard line. That's what I think it is, Roman.
I agree with you, Jack. Dallas, that's exactly what you got, a face mask penalty. That time Dallas was set up in the I. They pitched back to Dorsett, brought Drew Pearson in motion from right to left. Made a nice block on the outside backer. Hawkins allowed Dorsett to get upfield.
Personal foul, grabbing the face mask, number 41, defense, first down.
It's a 5-yard penalty, and it takes the ball to the Buccaneers' 41-yard line.
Was an interesting way to start the game with that kind of field position.
It was against Norris Thomas, and they really keep a close eye on him because of his reputation.
That's true, Jack.
The wide receivers are Pearson and Tony Hill. Hill to the right. Here's a give to Springs, popping it up the middle, down inside the 40-yard line. He came to the 39, and he got only a couple of yards on that move. And David Logan, the nose guard for the visitors, made the tackle. They tell me he's the most improved player on this team.
Well, they started out the year doubling Selman most of the time because of his reputation, because he's a great player. But Logan has come on so strong. He's had 13 batted balls, and that's difficult to accomplish from the nose guard position.
Out come the Cowboys. They are at the 39 of Tampa Bay. Hill goes left along with Pearson. Saldi, the tight end, is on a wing, and Dupree is the tight end, in tight on the right side, motioned by Pearson. Dorsett, the lone setback, and a pass play by White. He looks. He looks. Throws, and it is caught at the 40, and what a big hit was made. A big hit was made by Hugh Green, the rookie out of Pittsburgh, and he dropped Dupree right in his tracks at the line of scrimmage, and it's 3rd and 8.
Well, Dallas set up with the play-action fake. They had Pearson coming across field from right to left. Actually, he looked like he might have had a hole, but this is the kind of thing that White has done well this year, looking for the second and third receiver.
Take that, said Hugh Green. Brother, what a hit that was.
That was an all-pro hit. Hugh Green in his first year as second on the defense in tackles with 151.
It is 3rd down and 8 from the 39-yard line of the Buccaneers. Shotgun formation, double wing, Dorsett and Springs. Springs goes in motion. Danny White waits for the snap and takes it. Drops back to throw. Throws into heavy traffic, incomplete down around the 30-yard line. He tried to force that ball in between two people for Doug Cosby, the tight end. But Tampa Bay had all the coverage they needed, including Neil Colsey, the strong safety.
Well, Cosby was lined up on the right side. He just went down 10 yards, turned out, but had two people sandwiching. White tried to drill it in there, but good play by Cosby.
White has averaged to 40.5 yards per kick. Theo Bell is back to get the punt along with Holt. John Holt for Tampa Bay. And they've got to watch White out of punt formation.
They sure do. He's been quite an addition, not only as a passer, but as a punter since he's been in this league, Jack. Very efficient punter as well as a quarterback.
He takes a low snap, and he does kick the ball. He tries for the right sideline, and the ball does go out of bounds in the coffin corner, but no, they say it's a touchback. A touchback. It'll come out to the 20. Tampa Bay will get it for the second time. 5 minutes and 14 seconds have gone by in this game. There is no score. We'll be back in a moment.
Fed up with high fuel prices? Then ease on down the road with me, Jane Eagle, a real fuel fighter for Chicagoland International Trucks. I'll show you how to save now and save later with International's complete fuel fighter analysis. Nearly half of your fuel used is from drag. International's newly designed cab and special equipment package reduce drag and give you the most fuel-efficient machine ever designed. You can save over $9,000 the first year and over $32,000 after 3 years in fuel cost alone. So see your Chicagoland International dealer now. After all, every day you wait, you're losing money. Check these Home 20 locations. International Trucks, 2090 North Manheim Road, Melrose Park. Pollard Motor Company, 240 West Lake Street, Elmhurst. And Northside International, 45 East Palatine Road, Prospect Heights, across from Powwaukee Airport.
The preliminaries are over, Roman Gabriel. Each team has had the ball one time, and now let's go to work.
Well, I think Tampa just showed, well, let's say Tampa Bay. I remember we talked about that. Tampa Bay has just shown that they can play with Dallas. Dallas had great field position, but the Buccaneers defense stopped them.
Dallas had started from their own 47, had to punt. Now Doug Williams is under center. He has Wilder in the backfield along with Jerry Eckwood now, who is the tailback. And on first down, the give is to Eckwood, and he breaks one tackle and gets 2 yards. He was forced to change direction because of the play of D.D. Lewis, the linebacker, and then he ran into Hegman and others, along with Ed Jones.
Well, they tried to get Eckwood up the middle on just straight drive blocking. They tested him, but they weren't able to move him out.
Second down and 8 from the 22. James Owens had started at the tailback spot, but Eckwood is in there now. He's a 6-footer, 200-pounder. Wilder is the big back in the backfield. He hasn't touched the ball yet. Giles, the tight end, is on a wing and goes in motion now, and Williams is going to throw. Sets up, runs out of the pocket, scrambles. He starts to run. He runs for yards across the 30, and down he goes near the 30-yard line at the 29. In fact, he's short of a first down about a yard, chased and taken down by John Dutton.
Now, there's an example of what Doug Williams can do with his size, along with the speed that he has. Dallas that time doubled both Theo Bell and Kevin House on the outside. Williams wasn't able to find a receiver, so he gets outside and almost makes the first down.
Well, let's see if Doug Williams sneaks the ball again. He is less than a yard short of a first down. Dallas up front has Ed Jones, John Dutton, Randy White, and Harvey Martin. They're in there very, very tight. The linebackers in very tight for Dallas on third down. Motion by the wide receiver, and here is Wilder getting a first down as he leans out to the Tampa Bay 32. Wilder carried for the first time, and Tampa Bay gets their second first down of the day.
Well, Tampa Bay now is 2 out of 3 on third down conversion. Sometimes I wonder why you don't go with the sneak until they stop it. I know I used to question myself because of my size when I played, why I didn't use the sneak more often.
John Dutton made the defensive charge for Dallas. We have 7:45 left in the first quarter, no score. Giles, the tight end, is on the right side. And on first down, a long snap count and a fumble, and Williams got it back, and he lost a yard. He lost a yard on the missed snap from his center, Steve Wilson. They tell me, Roman, that the Buccaneers' offensive line has matured considerably this year.
Well, the big guy in there that holds them together is Steve Wilson, their center. In their last 5 ball games, Jack, they won 4 of them. They lost 1 by 1 point. The same people, Sanders, Snell, Wilson, Roberts, and Hanna, have all started together as a group. And that makes quite a bit of difference when you can play together for quite a while.
House goes to the right and Bell to the left. Williams is a threat at any time. He can throw long, long passes. Wilder goes on a wing. This is the new formation, and back to throw is Williams. He is rushed and throws over the middle, and it is caught inside the 50-yard line. A brilliant catch was made by Theo Bell. He is not the fastest of receivers, but he pulled it right out of the air for a 17-yard gain.
Well, that's number 22 on the year for Theo Bell. What a pass it was. Dallas had doubled Kevin House to the left side. Actually had a double on Theo Bell because D.D. Lewis was right there, but Williams threw the ball by him.
And Dennis Thurman was also there, but Bell caught it nonetheless. Bell comes to the left. House is to the right. The ball at the Tampa Bay 47-yard line. High formation. Motion by Wilder. A toss to Eckwood trying to get outside. No! Harvey Martin was there. Nobody touched him, and there's a loss on the play. Back inside the 45.
Big play by Harvey Martin, who beat Sanders there, trying to block straight ahead on him. Of course, D.D. Lewis, who's been in the league for quite a while now, great reader, tremendous experience, came across and helped out. I think we're going to see Tampa start to mix it up a little more. On first down, they've been running the football. I think from here on, we possibly might see them start sneaking in a few passes because that's where Dallas is weak in the secondary.
Kevin House goes to the right. Theo Bell, who used to be with the Steelers, comes left. Giles splits right. He's the tight end. Shotgun formation on second down and 13. There's a snap to Williams. Sets up and drills it to the right sideline. Intercepted by Dallas. Back the other way with the ball. Inside the 40-yard line. Inside the 30-yard line of Tampa Bay. The Dallas Cowboys, Dennis Thurman, got the tip ball and took it down to the Tampa Bay 30.
Well, they were trying to hit the curl pattern on the right side. Ball was thrown high, was tipped. Dennis Thurman, who had 9 interceptions this year, third in the National Football League, comes up with number 10.
With 5:22 remaining in the first quarter. With the score, 0-0. Let's take time out.
To increase a car's fuel efficiency, some cars have undergone drastic reductions in room and comfort.
You're right, sir. It is smaller than last year's model, but let's just say it's our little way of bringing the family closer together.
Buick's Regal Coupe has retained both its luxury and fuel efficiency with an aerodynamic design that helps Regal's 21 EPA estimated MPG. Use estimated MPG for comparison. Actual mileage may be different. Estimates lower in California. The Regal Coupe.
Wouldn't you really rather have a Buick?
Nobody agrees as to what the ultimate passing combination was, but there's no contest about the ultimate mealtime combination.
Sure.
Now, nice play-action call. They faked the dive to Springs to the right side. Hill was running a slant pattern. The ball was just a little too high. He was open. Got the ball a little high.
Dallas comes at you so many, many ways that every time they have the ball, if you're a member of the other team or rooting for the other team, you have to hold your breath.
Sometimes with all the motion, they're just trying to make you move an inch so they can get the upper hand.
Now Pearson goes to the right, Hill to the left, Dupree on the right side. Here's a give to Dorsett trying to get outside. Green hauls him down for a loss on the play back at the 34. And it's going to be third down and 14. Hugh Green, the linebacker, read it and got it.
Well, Hugh Green is just outstanding. He looks as though he's been in the league more than 1 year the way he's playing out there today.
They tell me that he's so intense, he doesn't know who he's playing or what the score is. All he knows is what he's supposed to do.
Well, that's the kind of guy you want, somebody that knows what the difference in color of jersey is, so he knows who he's going to go after.
Third down and 14 for Dallas. Pearson comes to the right, and Tony Hill is to the left. Split backs with Dorsett and Spring shotgun formation. Danny White. At the 34 of Tampa Bay, the snap to White. He's back to throw. A little bit of pressure. He throws long into the end zone. Heavy coverage and incomplete. There was a little colliding down in the end zone as Tony Hill tried to get by Mike Washington, the cornerback, who was there along with Norris Thomas. And the Tampa Bay team thought there was offensive interference.
They're trying to throw a fly pattern down the left sideline to Tony Hill. Actually, Mike Washington lost his balance. Hill almost comes up with the throw, but he wasn't quite able to get it.
Hill ran into Washington and knocked him down. Otherwise, he may have had a shot at an interception, but they were both playing the ball.
I think so. Good call by the officials.
Here's a punt by Danny White. If he does indeed punt, it'll be number 2. Twin safeties back for Dallas, and that's unusual. Holt along with Theo Bell. So they're intent on returning this one if they can. White does kick the ball, angles for the right sideline, and booms it hard, and it's out of bounds inside the 20. It's out of bounds at the 8-yard line. White punted it out of bounds at the 8. I'll say this for him, Roman. He aimed where he wanted to kick it, and he didn't baby the ball. He really drilled it 26 yards out of bounds at the 8.
Well, there's that extra dimension of having a quarterback that can also punt. He was second in the National Football Conference in net punting average at 36.1. What an extra dimension he adds to the Dallas team.
We have 4:21 left in the first quarter. Tampa Bay is back at their 8 with a score, 0-0. Let's take time out.
On city streets and country roads, International. Making deliveries, hauling loads, International. Whatever job you got to do, the number one name in trucks means saving for you, International.
Our recent fuel efficiency test proved that over a 4-year period, an International XL Series heavy truck can save thousands of fuel dollars over a comparably equipped Kenworth or Freightliner. And that can mean thousands of dollars of extra profit to a business. But no matter what business you're in, International's finding ways to lower your trucking costs and improve your profits. See your International dealer soon to find out just how much you can save with International.
Whatever job's got to be done, International can cost you less to run. We're the number one name in trucks, International.
The Bucs come out at their own 8-yard line. Eckwood is the tailback in the I formation. Wilder, the upback. Here's a pass play by Williams from the end zone. He airs it out long, way down the right sideline, and it is incomplete out around midfield. And Williams was leveled by Martin and Jones in the end zone. Williams wanted to throw the ball further than the 50 yards that he did.
Well,
he was blasted.
He would have, Jack, but his arm was hit. I think that gives you an indication, though, of how strong he is. He threw the ball 50 yards in the air, and his arm was partially hit.
Jones and Martin, what a pair of bookends that is.
Well, they both come after you. One guy 6'9", the other about 6'5". There's not a whole lot of difference in the two, except that one is a little taller. They both get to you, though.
Second down and 10 from the 8-yard line. Well, that gives you an idea of the approach of the Tampa Bay team. They were throwing from their 8. You're in a scoreless game. Here is a delay. And rushing with the ball is Owens. He ran into John Dutton this trip, and he was knocked down at the 9. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Well, they were trying to set up a quick draw to the tailback out of the I formation. Play got him a couple of yards, but I'm sure not as many as they'd like to have had.
Now on 3rd down, Dallas puts in the extra backs, Ron Fellows and Benny Barnes. Waters directs the defensive traffic for the Cowboys, who still use that 4-man front, and they like to come after you. Anthony Dickerson is in there defensively. Williams is in the shotgun, and it's 3rd and 9 for Tampa Bay. Giles splits left, and on 3rd down takes the snap, and from the end zone, he rambles out of the end zone. He was almost tackled for a safety. He throws long downfield into heavy traffic, and it is intercepted by Dallas. Coming back with the ball is Thurman, his second time today to midfield, down to the Tampa Bay 47-yard line. From the end zone, it was picked off at about the 35-yard line of Dallas by Dennis Thurman, and Jimmy Giles made the tackle at the Tampa Bay 46. An 18-yard return, the second Buccaneer turnover.
Well, Randy White chased him out of the pocket, and Ed Jones forced him to the outside. He threw the ball off balance. That's the 39th interception for Dallas, which is a National Football League record.
Cowboys get the ball back with 3:17 left in the first quarter. They're at the Tampa Bay 47 with the score 0-0. Let's take time out.
Nobody agrees as to what the ultimate passing combination was, but there's no contest about the ultimate mealtime combination. It's Denny's Restaurant's 3-egg ultimate omelet, stuffed with grilled onions, bacon, green peppers, mushrooms, sausage, and sliced tomatoes. Then it's topped with mozzarella cheese and served with fruit salad. The ultimate omelet at the special price this month of only $2.79, and only at Denny's, where you'll like our prices and you'll love our food.
On the pass play in the end zone, Williams was almost tackled in the end zone for a safety. Then it turned out that the interception was probably better than they would have done had they punted the ball.
I'm sure that's what Williams was thinking about, too, Jack, because he has the arm to gun it, which is so evident as to what we're seeing here. So it wasn't as much he made a mistake in throwing it on the run or scrambling. I think he had in the back of his mind, if it's intercepted, hey, we get a good field position anyway.
The ball is at the Tampa Bay 47-yard line. Dallas Cowboys get the ball for the 3rd time, twice on an interception, both by Thurman. Thurman, during the regular season for the Cowboys, had picked off 9. And, of course, the kid on the other side, Everson Walls, intercepted 11, and the rookie safety man, to whom they paid little attention, Michael Downs, intercepted 7.
That's a lot of thefts back there.
Danny White is under center. Dorsett is the lone setback. Saldi is on a wing. On first down, here is a toss to Dorsett, running right. A flag has been thrown. Dorsett, they stop the play. They stop it in midair, blow the whistle, and everybody came to a halt.
Encroachment, defense.
5 yards charged against Tampa Bay. 1st and 5, Dallas.
Well, the Buccaneers are setting up in their basic 3-4 defense, 3 down linemen, nose tackle, 2 defensive tackles, and 4 linebackers.
Number 76, defense, first down.
The call was against the nose guard, David Logan. He's out of Pittsburgh. By the way, they have a very definite University of Pittsburgh flavor on this Tampa Bay team, with 6 out of that school, 4 from Southern Cal. They have 6 rookies on their team.
They have a very young team, Jack. They only have 1 player that's 30 or over.
That's Roman Gabriel, and here are the Cowboys at the 42-yard line of the Buccaneers. Split backs, now the I formation, Springs and Dorsett. 2 tight ends, Saldi in motion, a give to Springs. Springs inside the 40. He drives down to the 36-yard line. That's a first down for Dallas at the Tampa Bay 36.
That's a nice play. They had Dorsett going to the left. Springs came back to the right side. Linebackers king on Dorsett. Opened up the hole as Saldi came in motion and made the trap over the middle.
And the play was stopped by Andy Hawkins. His brother plays for New England. Then we have another brother act. Charlie Hanna is on this team. And his brother plays for New England.
A lot of brothers in the league doing real well lately.
Rafferty, the center, is over the ball at the Tampa Bay 36-yard line. Motion by Saldi again. I formation, Dallas. First down. Springs again. Slants right. Gets 3. He stretches down to the 33-yard line. And he ran into Richard Wood, who was the second leading tackler, inside linebacker for the Buccaneers.
Well, whenever you have a back like Tony Dorsett, who gains over 1,600 yards in a season, people, especially in the 50 defense, the 34, they'll key the tailback, so they're sending Dorsett one side and bringing Springs the other direction, which is more or less a misdirection play to the fullback.
And you better not ignore Dorsett. He'd take that toss and see you in the end zone.
That's probably what we'll see here pretty soon. He'll fake the Springs and then give it to Dorsett.
Split backs for the Cowboys on 2nd and 6. Here comes Dorsett running right, trying to get outside, cuts it back in, drives down to the 28, a yard short of a first down, 3rd and 1. Richard Wood, the tackler again.
Well, they faked the Springs to the left side, brought Dorsett back to the right. Of course, it's a long way to go against that 50. Those people are so quick, the linebackers for Tampa Bay, it's hard to get outside against them.
Minute and a half left in the scoreless first quarter, the playoff game, which will eliminate either the Dallas Cowboys or the Buccaneers. The Cowboys have intercepted twice in this game. Pearson goes left, Tony Hill comes right. Very good offensive line of the Dallas Cowboys sets its 3rd down and 1. They're in the eye, and the give is Dorsett. He is hit quickly, but came very close to getting the first down. Dorsett ran into Leroy Selman along with Hugh Green, and they say, well,
it's going to be close. Leroy Selman working on Pat Donovan, the left tackle.
It's 4th down. 4th down and about a yard. It's the sort of position at the 27-yard line of Tampa Bay that Dallas may gamble.
I think they need to get some confidence. They've been stopped twice with good field position. I believe they're going to go for it, Jack.
It is 4th down in the short yard. With 40 seconds left in the first quarter, and now they're going to have to beat the 30-second clock. It's down to 7. It's down to 5. White gets under center. He gives the ball to the running back, and Springs gets a first down. He didn't get much, but he got a first down. He's down to the 26 of the Buccaneers, and that's a first down for the home-standing Dallas Cowboys. First down.
They brought Ron Springs behind the block of Tony Dorsett. Dave Stalls, Tampa Bay's left end, almost made the play, but Springs was able to get around him for the first down.
There will be one more play before this first period comes to a close. 18 seconds left in the scoreless first quarter. Now the Cowboys are dangerously close. Pearson is to the left and Hill is to the right. On first down, Springs over a big hole over the left side. He goes down near the 22-yard line before he's stopped. It'll be second down and 6 for the Cowboys when we start the second quarter. They're at the Tampa Bay 22. That's the end of the first quarter with the score, 0-0.
Delco GM presents Fantastic Sound System.
Jim, what's happening? We seem to be
Shrinking, then you've noticed.
1 minute we're sitting in your Pontiac J2000. The next we're falling through the air conditioning vent inside the dashboard.
Some strange sci-fi force has miniaturized us. Quick, jump over this cable.
That music.
Now I know where we are. Inside my Delco GM sound system. Just listen to that bass response.
Jim, what's this?
That's Delco's impulse noise blanker. Helps blank out static automatically.
Look, those giant amphitheaters. Maybe we could climb.
Stay back, Gloria. Those are Delco speakers. They can blow you away.
Awesome.
They've built over 200 million speakers. Delco's the leading auto sound specialist. They pioneered the first in-dash radio.
And now we're the first in-dash people. I'm frightened, Jim.
Gloria, over the years, Delco has gotten a lot of bugs out of car sound systems.
You mean?
If anybody can get people out of a sound system, they can do it at Delco GM.
Do back up, Jim.
What?
You almost fell in the ashtray. Turning at Best Western any day or night.
For people and places you really like. At Best Western, you're gonna find each place is special. They're one of a kind.
Best Western's toll-free number gets you reservations at any Best Western motor inn or hotel in the world in a matter of minutes. The Best Western toll-free reservations number in the yellow pages.
Turn it at 'em. Turn it.
Roman Gabriel, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have had poor field position offensively most of the day. Now they have poor position defensively.
Well, they've had their backs against the wall the whole first quarter, and they start out that way the second quarter. There hasn't been a whole lot of excitement yet in this ball game, but I'm sure we're going to see some of it. We might get an opportunity to see White go to Dupree. They like the tight end down in this area, Jack.
The extra back comes in for the Buccaneers. John Holt, the rookie out of West Texas State, is playing defense. The Cowboys have the ball at the Tampa Bay 22-yard line, and it's second down and 6. We had a scoreless first quarter. This is the third possession on the part of the Cowboys. Twice on interceptions, both by Dennis Thurman.
Well, here's an indication. Springs 4 for 16 yards rushing. Owens 4 for 14. White 1 for 4 and no yards. Williams 1 for 4 for 17 yards.
Split backs for Dallas. They go into the eye with Springs and Dorsett. And on second down, back to throw. A delay to Dorsett. Picks his way outside. He is at the line of scrimmage and gained only 1 yard. He had a dive to the 21. As there was good coverage, good pursuit by the Buccaneers, including the linebacker Cecil Johnson and Scott Brantley.
Well, a draw can be a difficult play when you haven't really completed any passes for any yardage. That time, Dorsett was running the draw. Didn't have anywhere to go. Looked like a hunted man, the way those Tampa Bay Buccaneers were after him.
Well, you know they didn't leave Dorsett back in there to block, right?
They sure didn't, Jack.
Third down and 5, split backs. Pearson coming in motion, back to the left side, now back to the right side. White back to throw on third down and 5, looks and throws inside the 10. It's caught inside the 15-yard line for a first down for the Dallas Cowboys. Pearson, who had gone in motion, first left, then right, curled over the middle, caught the ball. The linebacker Johnson and Wood hit him, but it's a first down at the Tampa Bay 13-yard line.
That's a good move on Dallas's pass offense. Pearson was actually in front of the linebackers when he caught the ball, just enough for the first down. A square end pattern, good pass protection, good throw by White.
The Buccaneers are going to have to stiffen up or they'll find themselves behind. It's a first down for the Cowboys at the 13. Pearson right, Hill left. White is under center. On first down, the fake to Dorsett, the pass play. Looking into the end zone, and he threw it away. Incomplete to Tony Hill. White said to himself, either Hill is going to catch his right at the end line for a touchdown, or it's going to go over the end line incomplete.
Well, I think the judgment by White there shows you why he cut his interception rate from 25 to 14 this year. Play action pass to the right side. Billy Joe Dupree, the tight end, was coming left, but he was covered by Green. So White did just as you said. He got rid of the ball where no one but Hill could catch it or get it out of bounds.
There was one thing that White didn't know was that the cornerback, Mike Washington, had dropped out of the coverage, which had frightened White away from Hill at the outset. And it's 2nd down and 10 now from the 13-yard line. High formation for the Cowboys. Here's a give to Dorsett right up the middle. He goes inside the 10. His forward progress is to the 8-yard line, and that will make it 3rd down and 5.
Well, they set up in an I, strong right. That time, White brought it back to Dorsett. Just a straight dive play up the middle. They get 4 yards out of it.
Mike Washington was the tackler. They put the ball down on the 9-yard line, so it's 3rd and 6. And Tampa Bay would be tickled, I think, to get out of this with only 3 points against them.
I agree with you. They've played so hard, that defense. The offense is going to have to come alive when they get the ball again.
Saldi and Hill go right. Pearson comes left. Let's see how the rush is on the part of the Buccaneers. Here back to throw is White quickly into the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown for Dallas. Coming away with the ball was Tony Hill. And I'll say this from Mr. White. He earned it. He threw a fastball into the end zone.
Oh, he pinpointed that pass, a slant pattern. They brought the man in motion to move the strong safety out of that hole, and that's exactly what happened as White puts the ball in there to Tony Hill. Fine pass.
With 12:32 left in the half, the Dallas Cowboys strike. They didn't allow many touchdown passes during the year, talking about Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay only allowed 10 all year long, which led the National Football League, I believe, Jack.
Now the extra point try by Septien. He is perfect on extra points for the year, 40 out of 40. And there's the snap and the kick. Make it 7-0 in favor of the Cowboys. All of this after the interception by Thurman. 12:38 left in the half. Dallas is out in front with the score 7-0 Cowboys. Let's take time out.
The Buick Regal sedan, also known as Buick's Little Limousine. But why, sir?
Well, it's like a lot of limos I've ridden in. The room, the luxury. Plus, Regal's V6 engine offers an impressive 21 EPA estimated MPG. Use estimated MPG for comparisons. Actual mileage may be different. Estimates lower in California.
You really like this car, then?
Well, it does make my job a lot more pleasant.
Charles, bring the Regal round, please.
Very good, sir.
The Regal sedan.
Would you really rather have a
Ready for a real chainsaw? Now's the time to move up to Red. Homelight Red. Because now your dealer's making it easy to get your hands on a Homelight. Like the powerful 330, packed with a big 16 or 20-inch guide bar and the kind of features you're ready for. Solid-state ignition, anti-vibration system, pro-style handguards, and automatic chain oiling. Move up to Red at your Homelight dealer. Check out the savings on the 330 and other fine chainsaws from Homelight.
Roman Gabriel and I were just talking. It was 3rd down and 6 from the 9 for Dallas. When they still have Dorsett back in the backfield, you're not certain that they are going to throw.
That's right, Jack, because they can give him the ball on the run. Plus, he's good out of the backfield this year catching the pass. He had 32 receptions.
Here, Holt and Owens are back waiting for the kick. It goes deep into the end zone, and James Owens, as fast as he is, says, I better down it. It was about 4 yards deep. So it'll come out to the Tampa Bay 20-yard line, and they'll try to get something rolling for themselves. Dallas scored on a 9-yard touchdown pass from Danny White to Tony Hill, Septien the extra point. It was the culmination of a 47-yard drive, 9 plays. They kept the ball for 5 minutes, 39 seconds.
Well, it's important for Tampa Bay on this particular drive to establish something, get some first downs, try to get points on the board, give that defense a chance to rest.
Wilder and Owens in the backfield. Bell and House are the wide receivers. Motion by Owens. Here is a give to James Wilder. Slanting left across the 25. He got 9 yards. 9 yards near the 30 before John Dutton caught up to the play.
Well, you don't see that too often. They had a tackle trap that time. They had Charlie Hanna pulling from the right tackle spot, coming to the left side with the back, following him through the hole. Wilder, nice play.
So they must think Hanna's a pretty good tackle to be able to pull and get over there and lead like that.
You got to have good speed from that tackle position to get that far across the line of scrimmage. 2nd
down and inches. This might be a good gambling down for Doug Williams. He, by the way, has thrown 7 touchdown passes of 50 yards or more. A very tight formation, however. Here's the running play to Owens, and he got a first down out to the Tampa Bay 31. The referee today is Jerry Markbright. The umpire, Gordon Wells. Dale Hammer, the head linesman. Line judge is Bama Glass. Tom Keller, the back judge. Side judge is Bill Quinby. The field judge is Armin Terzian. And Neil Garib is the alternate official here today for this playoff game between the Buccaneers and Dallas.
Well, this could be a possible pass here on first down. Tampa Bay hasn't thrown too many thus far on 1st and 10.
Wilder is on a wing. Williams is going to throw. He swings it outside, incomplete to Owens. Coming up was D.D. Lewis. Boy, he can read, Kenny.
He sure can. That's a lot of experience. Even if Owens catches the ball, he probably gets hit for a loss by D.D. Lewis.
It is 2nd down and 10, and Williams is 1 out of 5 for 17 yards with 2 intercepted.
Not too good thus far, but he's too good of a quarterback to stay that way, Jack. I'm sure he's going to fight back.
2nd down and 10 for the Bucs. Coming to the right side is Kevin House. He's a burner. He is tough. Theo Bell splits left. Wilder comes on a wing, and Owens is the setback. On 2nd down, another pass by Williams. He rolls right, steps back inside, and throws, and it is caught by Owens. He has the first down to the 40, to the 45, to midfield. He is at the Dallas 49 for a first down. Great play. Finally stopped by Everson Walls. 20-yard pickup for Tampa Bay.
Well, Williams had 3 receivers split out to the right side. He dropped straight back looking for Wilder downfield, got the rush from John Dutton, and as he was being tackled, he dumped it off to a 3rd receiver, James Owens. Another strong play by Doug Williams.
Cowboys did everything but tackle him back there. He was finally able to unload.
Big play by Tampa Bay. They're finally in Dallas territory.
It's the first time they're at the Cowboy 49. House to the right, along with Bell. On first down, and with Owens in motion, Williams delays the ball to Wilder. Wilder goes down inside the 45. He is down to the Dallas 43-yard line for substantial yards. A 6-yard gain for James Wilder, the rookie out of Missouri, tackled by the rookie Michael Downs out of Rice.
That is a difficult play to read. They send Wilder from right to left in motion. They set Owens up in a draw position and then bring the left tackle, Sanders, all the way to the right side. That's difficult for the linebackers to read.
Well, Wilder has distinguished himself. 3 carries, 18 yards. 2nd down and 4 for the Buccaneers at the 43 of the Cowboys. I formation. Wilder and Owens. Owens it is. Slanting left. He dives inside the 40. Very close to a first down, and Randy White latched down to him. He's short of a first down. It'll be 3rd and inches.
Well, that's a big play out of the I formation. You hand off to the right side to Owens, the tailback. The big play people have to be your left guard, Snell, and your center, Wilson, because the tailback has the option to cut back. Those people have to hold their blocks, and they did.
9:20 left in the half. Dallas is ahead here by the score of 7-0. And the Bucs have 3rd down and a half a yard at the Cowboy 40-yard line. Randy White digs in. Here is a give to Owens. He hurdles for a first down. A flag goes down. A flag goes down, and a penalty going to be against Dallas. They probably lined up too tight. They were offside.
Well, that's a big break for Tampa Bay, but they still had the first down anyway. That was your basic do you want it bad enough play. Give it to the tailback, and he goes over the top.
And whereas Owens gained 2 yards, they will take the penalty, and the referee, Jerry Markwright, will announce it to you as the ball is set down at the Cowboy 35.
Offside, number 79, defense, first down.
Harvey Martin was the culprit.
Harvey Martin tried to get a jump, trying to beat his man off the ball.
We have 9 minutes left in the half. Cowboys are leading by the score of 7-0, and Tampa Bay has its deepest penetration now to the Cowboy 35. I formation, a wing formation. Dallas stunts on defense. Here is a toss to the tailback, Owens. Owens is hit at the line of scrimmage and driven back, and he lost a yard. First there was Walls, the cornerback, along with D.D. Lewis.
Well, that's a big play by the defense. D.D. Lewis is playing outstanding football. Of course, Walls is the rookie defensive back coming up to help force the play. A toss to the right side, but nothing there.
A loss of a yard, 2nd down and 11 for the Buccaneers.
Now, this is a situation we might have to see Williams go to his tight end or his backs. Dallas trying to double the outside receivers and put other defensive backs man-on-man on his backs.
Bell and House go to the left on 2nd down. The 4-man rush, a quick pass outside. It's caught inside the 30, and it's down to the 25 of Dallas, and that's going to be a first down. A quick pass was thrown to Theo Bell, and he latched onto it and got a first down at the Dallas 24.
A 5-yard stop pattern. They also had Owens out of the backfield, lined up, split receiver to the right. He came from the 49ers to Tampa Bay and was actually a wideout.
They are measuring for a first down, but I'll be darned. Yeah, it is. He just didn't make it by the nose of the ball. He didn't get the forward progress that I thought he had, and the ball is smack at the Dallas 25.
Theo Bell's been quite an addition. They lost Gordon Jones. Theo Bell was released by the Steelers. Tampa Bay picks him up, and he's been making a lot of big catches for him.
8 minutes left in the half. Tampa Bay trying to move in for the tying TD. They trail 7-0. Out they come. They send Kevin House to the right, Theo Bell to the left. Jimmy Giles, the tight end, is on the left side. Wilder and Owens are in the I formation. Giles comes on a wing and comes in motion. Here is a give to Owens. Changes direction and gets 4 yards. He stretches down to the Dallas 21. Pretty good, nifty footwork by the tailback out of UCLA.
Well, they set up in a left formation, brought Giles in motion to the right, moving Charlie Waters out of there once again, handed off to Owens out of the I-back position, and he cut it back to the right side and gained a couple of yards.
Second down and 6. Ed Jones was the tackler. They tell me that after he gave up that boxing playing, he is a much better defensive football player.
Well, you know, Jack, even with just the training that he received from boxing, he would be a lot quicker and also would know when to move on certain people's reflexes.
Here is Williams faking the draw, back to throw, chased out of the pocket, in trouble. He throws the ball, incomplete. Intentional grounding is called. Intentional grounding is called against Doug Williams. The referee is the only one who can call intentional grounding, and Jerry Markwright had a good look at that one.
He sure did. There was nobody in the vicinity. Williams fakes to his tailback and drops back looking downfield long, but there's our big guy, Ed Jones, right in his face. Makes a fine play. Williams just trying to get rid of the football.
It was second down and 6. Now they mark it from the spot of the foul. Oof. This really hurts Tampa Bay. They take it all the way to the Dallas 48-yard line.
Takes them out of field goal position, too. They had a shot at 3.
Intentional grounding, number 12, offense. The ball is left at the spot of the foul, and the down count, third down.
So it's a loss of down. The down counts. It's from the spot of the foul. Well, that's a nasty penalty. Look at the distance now. It is third down and 10, 20, 33.
Well, what they need to do here now is try to pick up enough yardage to get in field goal position and possibly have the man run for the first down.
Out of the shotgun formation with the crowd whooping it up and House in motion. Williams back to throw. He runs. The flag is down. They stop the play. They stop the play. They stopped the play as the penalty flag was thrown on 3rd and 33. A procedure call against Tampa Bay. Make it 3rd and 38. How about a quick kick?
We saw that yesterday.
We saw Alabama kick on 3rd down. It really wouldn't be a bad play here.
Well, I haven't seen one in professional football, as I said yesterday, since Tommy Prothro was coaching the Rams back in the early 70s.
Number 74, offense, third down.
The ball is now at the Tampa Bay 47. They had gone as far as the Dallas 21. They're from the Dallas 21 all the way back to their own 47, trailing 7-0, and it's 3rd down and 38.
Well, they need to try to get at least 15 to 20 to get them in field goal position.
3rd and 38, shotgun formation. Actually, Williams is under center now. A long snap count. He is back to throw. Stays in the pocket. Throws to the left sideline, and it is out of bounds, incomplete. Incomplete. Hollering about it was Kevin House, thinking that he had his feet in bounds. Ron Fellows, the extra back, was covering for Dallas, and it's time for Larry Schweiter to punt.
Kevin House came inside like he was running a post, went to the corner between the two defensive backs. Actually, the ball was thrown well, but he didn't quite get his right foot down.
This will be the second punt by Larry Schweiter. He used to be with Detroit and St. Louis. He'll get it away from his 35. Back to receive it is Jones. James Jones for the Cowboys. He has averaged about 6 yards per punt return. He'll return this one from the 11. He's to the 15. He comes to the 20. He squirts out and comes to the 25. He comes to the 35-yard line before he's tackled. James Jones, after a 42-yard punt, which was not hung high enough in the air, returned the ball from the 11 out to the Dallas 35-yard line. The Cowboys have the ball at their 35. 6:39 remaining in the half. The Cowboys have the lead, 7-0, and we'll be back in just a moment.
If you're starting the new year with ambitious plans to control your weight as well as your spending, True Value hardware stores have a value that will fit right in with both plans. Hi, Pat Summerall to tell you they're offering a Borg bathroom scale for just $9.88 as their January bargain of the month. This attractive scale comes in white or brown, and it has an extra-wide platform topped by a vinyl wicker weave mat. The Borg bathroom scale from True Value hardware stores also features a dial with large, easy-to-read numerals, so you can see right away if you've lost, gained, or stayed the same. As you look forward to reaching your ideal weight, you can be glad you already accomplished one goal. You spent your money wisely on a Borg bathroom scale, now just $9.88, while supplies last, at participating True Value hardware stores and home centers. And you'll save gas and time by shopping close to home, because you won't have to drive all over town to find special prices on the items you need. For value, selection, and service, shop at your nearby True Value hardware store or home center and tell them Pat Summerall sent you.
Well, some youngsters are here from San Antonio, from St. Peter's and St. Joseph's Children's Home. They were brought up here by the mayor, the Honorable Henry Cisneros, to watch the action. Great thrill for those kids, Roman.
Yeah, I tell you, it's the kind of thing that all young people would certainly enjoy, the opportunity to be in a ball game, a ballpark like this.
Boy, it's warm down here now, isn't it?
It is. It feels as though it's up in the 70s now. I don't know, but I'm getting a little hot.
It was 62 at the outset. The Cowboys are at their 35-yard line. Dorsett goes to the tailback position in the I and comes running left. Dips inside, goes outside, comes to the 40 and is out of bounds at the Dallas 42. He picked up a nifty 8 yards on a little jump outside.
Well, that was a misdirection play. Dorsett steps right, comes to the left side behind his lead blocker, and actually outran the linebackers of Tampa Bay. That was just good speed on Dorsett's part.
Dorsett has carried 7 times, 21 yards.
Well, he's a big factor. He had 9 100-yard games this year and 342 carries.
That stopped the clock with 6:33 left in the half. The Cowboys lead 7-0 on a pass play to Hill in the second quarter after a scoreless first period. Here's a quick pop by Springs. He makes his way outside. Gets to midfield. He is out of bounds at the Tampa Bay 47, and he has a first down. Cedric Brown bumped him out.
Well, they set up with Springs lined up behind White. James Jones, a fine block on Hugh Green that allowed Springs to get outside.
Tom Landry sends in the plays for the Cowboys. He has a very imaginative offense, and he has the people to run the offense that he has designed.
He sure does. He has tremendous speed. They're difficult to get a key on because they throw to so many different people, and they'll run the fullback because Springs is a good runner.
Hill and Pearson are the wide receivers. On first down, a pass play by White. He throws. It's wide open, and it is incomplete and almost picked off at the 25-yard line. He threw the ball behind Hill. Diving for the ball and having it momentarily was the cornerback Mike Washington, but he coughed it up when he hit the deck.
Now, that time White came back, made the fake to Springs, put the ball in the air in good time. Ball was thrown behind Hill, who had made his move to the inside on a curl. Washington almost came up with that interception.
Second down and 10. Danny White threw a touchdown pass earlier. He's 3 out of 8. Second down and 10. At the Tampa Bay 47. Motion by Pearson. Here's White with another pass play. Quickly to the sideline. Caught by Hill at the 40. He dives down to the 38. He may have a first down. Tony Hill did a little dance after catching the ball. Stayed in bounds. Covered by Hugh Green, the linebacker. And they give him forward progress down to the 37 and short of a first down by about a foot. That'll be 3rd and 1.
Zach, that was a good move by Hill, though. He made a couple of fancy footwork there. Tried to get upfield. He knew where he had to go for the first down, but he wasn't quite able to get it.
A lot of receivers probably would have just stepped right out of bounds with that one.
You see a lot of them do that nowadays. They get close to the sideline and aren't aware of where they are.
5:35 left in the half. Dallas trying to pick up the first down. It is 3rd and 1. The give is to Dorsett, running right, slanting right, and he trips over his own man, and he is down, apparently short of a first down right at the line of scrimmage. Hawkins, the linebacker, jammed it up along with Neil Colsey, the safety man. They dropped Kurt Peterson, and Dorsett tripped over the pile of players.
That was a big block, though, by Kurt Peterson as he came across and picked up Neil Colsey, who looks like he hurt his shoulder taking on the big guy. Springs was leading through the hole. If Dorsett don't lose his feet, he might have gone all the way.
They're going to measure to see if he made a first down. Colsey is playing in place of Mark Cockney, who had been the strong safety. He's injured. Referee Jerry Markwright stretches the chains, and it's 4th down and a foot for Dallas. As we pause 5 seconds for station identification, this is the CBS Radio Network.
You're listening to WBBM Chicago, Sports Radio 78.
It's 4th and 1, and it appears that at the Tampa Bay 37, Dallas is going to punt.
Sort of surprising. First quarter, they had a similar situation. They went for it. But now they have 7 on the board, and they're ahead, so that makes a difference in the coach's strategy.
Very, very conservative approach on the part of the Cowboys. Now, of course, they may snap it to the up back, the fullback, the blocking back, and run the ball, or White may throw or run. He hesitates and then kicks it, angles for the right sideline. It goes out of bounds inside the 20. Dallas has extreme confidence in their defense, and White kicks it out of bounds at the Tampa Bay 8-yard line again. So, with 4:52 left in the half, and after a 30-yard punt, which went out of bounds at the Tampa Bay 8-yard line, and with the score 7-0 Dallas over the Buccaneers, let's take time out.
On city streets and country roads, International. Making deliveries, hauling loads, International. Whatever job you got to do, the number one name in trucks means saving for you. International.
If you want a heavy-duty truck that'll cost less to run, you can't do better than International. Our new Fuel Fighter trucks are specially equipped to cut fuel and operating costs by thousands of dollars. See an International dealer soon for a free computer analysis that'll show just how much you can save with International. And now's the time to do it, because International is offering special prices. So cut your costs and increase your profits. Go with International.
Whatever job got to be done, International can cost you less to run. We're the number one name in trucks, International.
Tampa Bay has a total of 49 yards thus far. They are back at their 8-yard line with 4:52 remaining in the half and trailing the Cowboys by the score of 7-0. Dallas scored with 12.5 minutes remaining in the half on a 9-yard pass play from Danny White to Tony Hill.
I think Tampa Bay is probably playing the kind of game that they've played recently. They don't start very quickly, but yet when it comes down to not hurting themselves too much, they're still in the ball game. In the fourth quarter, they've scored 121 points against the opposition. So as long as they're in the game, come fourth quarter, they're going to be all right.
A lot of people like to throw the ball on first down against the Cowboys.
They've given up a lot of yardage, and I think that's one of the reasons they've led the league in interceptions with 37 coming into the ball game, because people put the ball up against them.
Kevin House goes to the left. Theo Bell, the wide receiver, to the right. Owens and Wilder in the I formation. Giles comes on a wing. He's the tight end. Now he comes in motion to the right. Here is Wilder popping across the 10 out to the 12-yard line, and he got 4 yards for the Bucs. He ran into Bob Brunig and John Dutton.
Just a straight handoff off the left side out of the I formation to the fullback Wilder. So there's Big Dutton and Randy White clogging it up inside. Difficult to run against that 4-man line of the Dallas Cowboys.
The pickup of 5 by Wilder. He's a big back, 6'2", 220.
Has a lot of talent. Good blocker, good pass receiver. Has 48 on the year coming out of the backfield.
The Buccaneers are at their 13-yard line. 2nd down and 5. We've got a long way to go. Giles in motion again. Here is Owens being hit at about the 14-yard line. He slanted right, and Charlie Waters had his nose stuck in there, along with Bob Brunig, and they've brought him down.
That's a surprising play. They brought Giles from left to right that time. And
so they brought the defense with them.
They brought Waters right into the play.
They brought the defense with them and then ran right to that area. The ball is at the 14, and it's 3rd down and 4. The extra backs are in there for the Cowboys. And the linebacker, Anthony Dickerson. They'll blitz with him frequently. Waters is joined by Fellows in the backfield. And Benny Barnes. 3rd down and 4 from the 14 of the Bucs. Out of the shotgun, a pass play. Williams throws long down the right sideline, incomplete, out of bounds. Incomplete and out of bounds. He tried to get it out to Wilder, the fullback, but Wilder had been sort of forced out by the defender.
Anthony Dickerson had him all the way. Williams seemed to latch on to Wilder the whole way, so there really wasn't any question where he was going with the football.
So whereas we sort of questioned Dallas were punting on 4th and inches a while ago. They're going to get the ball back on a punt, and they'll be near midfield with it.
And with a good run back, they'll have a fine opportunity to put more points on the board.
Jones is the receiver waiting for the Larry Swider punt. He bobbles the ball, picks it up, kicks the ball, shanks it off to the right, out of bounds, beyond the 35-yard line. A high snap, chest high, he bobbled it, and then he kicked it only 22 yards as the Cowboys ran right by him inside the 5-yard line. Pressure by Cosby, the tight end, and Dupree. And the Cowboys set up in business at the Tampa Bay 35-yard line with 3:16 left in the half. With the score 7-0 Dallas, let's take time out.
Get more than $15,000 for college in just 2 years. See your Army recruiter for details. Paid for by the U.S. Army.
United Van Lines presents Stiller and Mira.
Call United Van Lines, Fern.
United Van Lines is moving us to Honolulu?
Nothing but the best, kiddo.
You're calling United Van Lines? You who gave me a cigar band for a wedding ring?
Didn't I have it bronzed?
You who buys a used Christmas tree every year?
When it comes to moving, you don't look for bargains. You go for quality. You can trust United to move everything from couches to computers.
Give me a kiss, sport, for once we're going first class.
Not us, Fern, just the furniture. We take a bus from Scranton to Tampa, catch a tanker to Panama, hop a banana boat, headed for the Yucatan.
United Van Lines. We're in the yellow pages.
The Dallas Cowboys have amassed 75 yards total offense. Tampa Bay needs a break, Roman.
They sure do. They have been on their own side to 50 every time since this ball game started.
Once they got down to the Dallas 21, and then they had an intentional grounding which really burned them.
That hurt them. It took them out of field goal range, and since that time, it's been all Dallas.
And the Cowboys are at the 35-yard line of the Bucs. On first down and out of the eye, White fakes to Dorsett, passes to the sideline. Pearson caught it. He caught it and stepped out of bounds at the 23. That's an easy first down.
Now they had a nice play-action pass there, 13 yards on the completion. Actually had position on the play. Colsey was in the flat, but the play-action to Dorsett held him closer to the line of scrimmage. White with the fine touch dumped it over him on the out pattern.
People don't think much of Norris Thomas, the cornerback, or Neil Colsey, the safety man. They are rejects from other clubs.
But they've sure done a job with that Tampa Bay secondary. They have 32 interceptions, which is only second to Dallas in the National Football League.
The ball is at the Tampa Bay 23 and a first down. Here is another pass by White on first down, swings it out to Dorsett. He caught it. He goes inside the 20. He's inside the 15. That's another. Well, he's very close to a first down near the 13-yard line, and Richard Wood tackled him. Let's see what kind of progress they give Dorsett. He made some moves after he caught that ball. The referee's going to measure.
Jack, that was a thing of beauty. That was the outlet receiver for Danny White. Cedric Brown, the free safety, who's a fine tackler, came up one-on-one, but Tony Dorsett, with the fine quickness, made him miss, picked up something, whereas he might have not had anything.
Let's see what Dorsett's move after catching the ball means. They stretch the sideline marker. He's short by about 3 inches. And it's second down and inches for Dallas. And how'd you like the defense this play?
That's a great position for an offensive team to be in. White now is 6 of 11 for 48 yards. They can run or throw. I expect them to give it to Springs here.
Second down. Dallas moving downfield after taking that punt from Larry Swider at the Tampa Bay 35. Cowboys leading 7-0 with 2:45 left in the half and the clock running. Springs and Dorsett are in the backfield. On second down, White with a man in motion gives to Springs over the right side, first down to the 11. You were right, Mr. Gabriel.
Well, that was a nice call. It's a play they've used and been successful with already in the half. They bring the tight end in motion. He blocks down, and Springs just goes through the right side trying to gain yardage.
And if and when the Cowboys score, Tampa Bay is not going to have much time. We're down to 2:10 remaining in the half. Looks like the Cowboys will take the 2-minute warning right here, stop the clock, and resume with a first down and 10 at the Buccaneer 11-yard line. The Cowboys are ahead 7-0. 2 minutes left in the half, and we'll be back in a moment.
Time out.
Football's a tough game. All those decisions. Pretzels or popcorn, soda or beer.
and all the energy it takes second-guessing the refs all afternoon. But do those refs ever listen? Never. The life of an armchair quarterback has few rewards. But here's one reward you can get your teeth into. It's Super Feast 16 from Brown's Chicken and RC Cola. It's a feast worthy of its name. Enough to feed the whole team. With 16 pieces of Brown's better-tasting chicken, a pound of potato salad, a pound of coleslaw, 6 rolls, and 4 liters of RC Cola, all for only $12.89. It serves 7, so that's only $1.85 per person. Just call ahead to your favorite Browns, and we'll have your Super Feast ready when you arrive. During a hard day of armchair quarterbacking, you deserve a feast. Super Feast 16 from Brown's Chicken and RC Cola. At $12.89, it's a real winner at all Chicagoland area Brown's Chicken locations now through January 31st.
Roman Gabriel and Jack Buck with you from Dallas for CBS Radio. Later today at 4:45 Eastern Time, we'll have the broadcast of the San Diego at Miami game, and then tomorrow we'll have both games for you. The first one, Buffalo at Cincinnati at 12:45 Eastern Time, and then the Giants at the 49ers in San Francisco at 4:45 Eastern Time. And after tomorrow, there'll be only 4 teams vying for the title in the NFL.
It's been a long season, but those teams that'll be remaining sure will have the big rainbow at the end, though, and it's been worthwhile for them. Jack, you got to be careful. Doug Cosby's in the ball game. He's had 17 receptions and 5 for touchdowns at the tight end position for Dallas.
2 tight ends for Dallas, and on first down from the 11, Pearson now goes on a wing. Here's the toss to Dorsett. He is missed in the backfield, and he drives down to the 9-yard line, and he got 2. Neil Colsey penetrated, but missed the tackle, and Cecil Johnson brought Dorsett down at the 9, 2nd, and 8.
Tossed it to the right on the sweep out of the eye. Colsey had position. No one blocked him. He just went down. I think he ducked his head, and he missed the tackle.
Clock runs with 1:35 remaining in the half. You know, if Dallas is going to get in and score, Tampa Bay would have been better off if they went in just then, and Tampa Bay could have had a minute and a half.
That's right. Dallas will try to use some of the clock.
Here's a pass play by White, looking and throwing end zone, and it is incomplete and almost picked off by Brown. Cedric Brown had his hands on the ball at the goal line, and he knows he should have picked it off.
He certainly should have had it, but a big play by Tony Hill. The ball was thrown in his direction. Hill saw the ball go to his right, and he knocked the ball out of Cedric Brown's hand, saving a possible interception and giving him an opportunity to score.
Did he get a hand on the ball, Roman?
Right there, he has it, and Hill stripped him of it. Fine play. Dallas is only 2 out of 6 in third down conversions. Generally, they are about 40%.
Once again, Tampa Bay would be happy to escape with only 3 points here. From the 9-yard line, a third down play, 3rd and 8. White's going to throw. He is not rushed. He looks. He scrambles now. Chased out of the pocket. He gets a block. He is at the 20-yard line looking to throw. Throws end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown. Unbelievable.
Well, we got a flag.
Loose. There's a flag now. A flag has been thrown. But the flag may have been thrown after the play and the pass that was caught by Pearson in the end zone. A flag is down, and a motion penalty against Dallas. No touchdown.
Oh, man, after all that work, Danny White, Drew Pearson did a lot of that on their own. Of course, the offensive lineman continued to block for Danny White as he scrambled around left to right side. You don't draw that up.
One touchdown. Illegal motion. Number 87, Austin. Third down.
Saldi had been in motion. I didn't see the flag go down early as we were watching. It was thrown early, I'm told. We were watching a White running for his life back there in the backfield. Now the ball is put down at the Tampa Bay 15. It's still 3rd down. It's 3rd and 14.
You don't draw that kind of play up on the blackboard.
And now a timeout is called by the Cowboys that stops the clock with 1:05 remaining in the half, and the Cowboys leading 7-0. You can bring home real Super Bowl excitement in the largest Super Bowl program ever. A 164-page magazine which gives you a review of the 1981 NFL season, complete reports on past and present Super Bowl teams, and more. To order, send a check or money order for $3.95 to Super Bowl 16, Post Office Box 16, Houston, Texas, 77001. Allow 4 weeks for delivery. For the Super Bowl program, $3.95 to Super Bowl 16, Post Office Box 16, Houston, Texas, 77001.
Well, that tight end is a big factor in Dallas's passing offense, just as their outside people and running backs. They put themselves in a difficult situation now to try to get the touch. I would have to say we'd look for the tight end going to the corner of the end zone possibly.
The ball rests at the Buccaneer 15-yard line. Tampa Bay has little to cheer about thus far in the game.
No, everything thus far has gone Dallas's way, except for that last motion penalty. Got Tampa Bay out of trouble.
Cowboys lead on a 9-yard touchdown pass to Tony Hill with 12 and a half minutes left in the half. Now it is 3rd down and 14 for the Cowboys. White's going to pass. Half-time throws end zone and broken up. A good defensive play by Colsey, who got a hand on the ball. I don't know if anybody would have caught it, but he batted it down, and it's 4th down.
The ball was thrown behind Cosby, the tight end, who was trying to work himself free in the middle of the defense. That time, Tampa Bay doubled the outside receivers.
A very effective field goal kicker is in there.
27 out of 35, and he also had 121 points for the year, which led the National Football League. Tied it with Eddie Murray of the Detroit Lions.
Talking about Rafael Septien, this will be kicked from the 22. It's a 32-yard try. Waters will hold the ball. Septien will try to make it 10-0. And the kick is good. 10-0 in favor of Dallas. With 56 seconds left in the half, even on that field goal, Roman, you're reminded again that aside from when White has been scrambling, Tampa Bay has put no pressure on the Dallas offense or their kicking team.
No, Jack, in lining up in a 3-man line, they really don't like to send their linebackers, so they're only getting a 3-man rush. They've been fairly successful all year long, but they only have 26 sacks for the quarterback, which is not a whole lot in this league.
21 yards, 6 plays after the bad punt by Tampa Bay. And it took 2 minutes and 20 seconds off the clock. And only 56 seconds remain in the half. With regard to the Pro Bowl game in Honolulu, Dallas has Pat Donovan, Tony Dorsett, Ed Jones, Herb Scott, and Randy White. They'll all start. Septien and Everson Walls are also members of the team. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have 2 players on the squad.
Jimmy Giles, the tight end, and, of course, Leroy Selman, the fine defensive end.
Here's the kickoff by Septien. Holt is deep, along with Owens. For the Bucs, Septien boots it high and deep into the end zone. And coming out with the ball is Owens. He's to the 10, 15, and down at the 19-yard line. He tried to turn the corner. But there for the Dallas Cowboys to make the tackle was Timmy Newsome, the running back. 23-yard return.
Well, Tampa Bay has 51 seconds remaining in the half. They still have an opportunity to move the football and try to come out of here with at least 3 points. Possibly a touchdown, but 3 sure wouldn't hurt them.
Dennis Thurman was shaken up on that kick return, but they do not take time to tend to him. He's going to stay right in the lineup. He's a tough cookie despite his size. 5'11", 180.
Already has 2 interceptions today, which gives him 11 for the year.
51 seconds remaining in the half. Williams is under center, and the Buccaneers trail 10-0. Here's a pass by. Look out! Harvey's after you. He throws the ball, and intentional grounding is called again. Harvey Martin came rolling in. He blindsided Williams. Williams was called for intentional grounding. The referee threw the ball, and one of the other officials has picked the flag up and put it right at Doug Williams' feet.
Well, there's Harvey Martin, who led Dallas with sacks this year with 10. He's putting the pressure on again today, trying to set up a screen pass, Jack.
That's the 3rd sack of Williams, totaling 51 yards.
Intentional grounding, number 12, offense. The down count, 2nd down. The ball is placed.
The second time that Williams has been called for intentional grounding. It's loss of down, and it's 2nd down and 22. When you play Dallas, if you don't have offensive tackles, and I'm not talking about keeping backs into blocking because those defensive ends get a big head of steam. If your tackles cannot block Martin and Jones, you're not going to win.
Well, you have to you got to try to keep them on the line of scrimmage as much as possible because they're so tall. They get in your vision.
Here running with the ball is Eckwood, and he comes out from the 7-yard line across the 10 to the 12, and the clock is stopped by the Cowboys.
Well, Dallas is going to try to get the football back. Tampa Bay has a ways to go for the 1st down, so Dallas is going to try to force him to punt, get some more points.
Dutton and Barnes made that tackle at the Tampa Bay 13. It is 3rd down coming up. 3rd down and 16 with 41 seconds left in the half. Year-round live coverage of the tops in sports. You get it all from CBS Radio Sports, NFL football, the Masters Golf Tournament, U.S. Open Tennis, the Davis Cup Finals, NCAA basketball, and the Cotton Bowl. All these and more on CBS Radio Sports. Hear it here. Wasn't that a thoroughly enjoyable afternoon at the Cotton Bowl?
That was one of the most rewarding experiences I think I've enjoyed, Jack. It was quite a game, just being in the Cotton Bowl and seeing all those people enjoy themselves. Tampa Bay is 2 out of 6 on third down conversions. They've got about, 16 yards for this one.
3rd and 16 with 41 seconds left in the half. Dallas Cowboys can play it very loosely on defense now. Theo Bell comes to the right. Kevin House goes left for the Buccaneers, who trailed 10-0. They're getting in deep trouble in this game. Williams is under center. Here comes White. He hands it off, and there's the running play by Owens out across the 25-yard line. He is tackled there, and it's time for Tampa Bay to punt. Dallas stops the clock again with 34 seconds left in the half. John Dutton made the tackle, but I had to laugh. Randy White was right on top of Williams, who then handed off to Owens, and White did everything he could to avoid a penalty.
They didn't even block Randy White that time. Dallas was in their 6-back situation. They let Randy White come upfield. And Greg Roberts came around as Steve Wilson blocked down on Dutton and opened up a big hole.
34 seconds remaining in the half, and it's time for Larry Swider to punt. Jones goes back to get it inside his 40-yard line. In the timeout department, the Cowboys have no more remaining. Tampa Bay has 3, but they'll take those into the locker room with them at halftime. And hopefully they'll only be behind 10-0. That's what they're thinking.
Well, Dallas is going to have good field position with a little less than 34 seconds to go.
Swider bobbled the last snap from center. A pretty good snap, but he bobbled it and got into trouble and shanked the ball for only 22 yards.
He's had 2 blocks this year.
Swider waits. Now a whistle sounds and a 5-yard penalty will be absorbed.
We got a timeout here, I think.
Now the referee is in a discussion with the Tampa Bay team. They used the timeout. Now we're down to 20 seconds, and there's the kick by Swider. Jones races to it, takes it on the 38, 40, 45, 50. Got a good block. He is out of bounds at the Tampa Bay 45-yard line. A 38-yard punt. Scott Brantley bumped him out, but there is some fine blocking on the return for Dallas.
Well, Dennis Thurman is everywhere. He was down on John Holt of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He actually opened up that hole. Boy, what a block. What a fine defensive back, all-around player Dennis Thurman is.
Only 26 seconds remain in the half. Cowboys lead 10-0. They have the ball at the Buccaneer 45. Cowboys have no more timeouts remaining, so they'll try a couple of sideline patterns in all probability and try to get to within field goal range for Septien, and his most logical distance is about 47 yards.
Right, and he's very efficient between the 40 and 50, so if they can get him the yardage necessary, they have a shot to come out with 3 more points.
3 wide receivers, including Butch Johnson, for Dallas, and out of the shotgun formation, the snap to White. 3-man rush, no pressure, right sideline pass, Hill, incomplete. Then Hill is really ridden out of bounds hard by Norris Thomas.
Well, they had Hill right in the seam of the zone on the outside, exactly what they wanted to do, but Hill wasn't able to hold on. Of course, Norris Thomas popped him about the same time he caught the football.
Thomas is not a bashful sort.
He sure is, and he'll hit you, which is evident there. Probably kept Dallas from getting the big completion.
10-0 in favor of the Cowboys. A 9-yard pass play to Tony Hill, and a field goal by Septien of 32 yards. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 45. White waits for the snap. Back to throw. Sets and throws. Runs out of the pocket. Throws to the left sideline and incomplete. Incomplete. Washington was there, taking it away from Pearson, the intended receiver. Now we have 14 seconds left.
Very dangerous pass. White had to step up in the pocket, scrambled to his right, threw a cross field to his left to Drew Pearson. Actually, the ball could have been picked off, but Pearson moved in to knock it out of Washington's hands.
That's the kind of pass you see on the Sunday night highlights sometimes, with the other team running it back the other way.
That would have been a big boost for Tampa Bay.
They trail 10-0 with 14 seconds remaining in the half, and it's 3rd down and 10 for the Cowboys. They have no timeouts left. And now they would not have time to get their field goal unit on the field unless they stop the clock. White's going to pass again. 3-man rush. He throws the ball. It's caught by Dorsett. He goes out of bounds at the 36-yard line. It is, well, actually at the 37. It's 4th down, 7 seconds left. So it'll be 37, 47. Be about a 54-yard try if Septien were to come in.
Put it up into the end zone. Get some receivers down, take a shot.
And hope for the interference call.
Right. It's hard to go down the left sideline because where the hole is here in the roof, there's a lot of sun there, and Washington was complaining a while ago when he wasn't able to hold the interception. Sun could be a factor down the left sideline.
7 seconds left in the half. Dallas leading 10-0. It is 4th down and 2 at the Tampa Bay 37. And out of the shotgun, White will throw one more time. He throws to the right sideline, and Hill caught it out of bounds. Out of bounds with 3 seconds left. They were just trying to get him close enough for a field goal try, but Hill and White connected on the pass, but out of bounds.
Danny White looked off to his left side, then came back to the right to Hill, and possibly if he could have gotten the ball there just a hair quicker, they would have had the opportunity for the field goal.
Now it is the ball goes over to Tampa Bay with only 3 seconds remaining in the half after that 4th and 2 incomplete pass. Tampa Bay will just snap the ball one time, and the score at the intermission will find the Dallas Cowboys favored by about a touchdown before the game, leading 10-0. And Brent Musburger is going to join us at halftime. Here's the running play, and Owens, with a flag down, gets inside the 35-yard line and down to the Dallas 30 before he is tackled, and now let's deal with the flag. James Owens of the Buccaneers was flying down the field. A flag was thrown, and if it's against Tampa Bay, the half will be over.
Illegal substitution foul. Defense, 12 men on the field.
Well, it was against the Dallas Cowboys for 12 men on the field. You know, the officials really have to be alert to catch that, don't they? They've got people coming in out of both sides of the field.
That's right. And then at this time of the ball game where everybody's about ready to cash it in and go in for halftime, somebody's really alert. I credit the officials for doing a great job.
So a penalty will be marked off against the Cowboys, taking the ball to the Tampa Bay 42.
Well, I would like to see Tampa Bay drop Williams back and throw one down in the end zone. He can throw it 100 yards.
We've got 12 men defensively. We'll have an untimed down. 1st down.
12 men on the field for Dallas. You're right about Doug Williams. I asked him when he's playing in the Senior Bowl, can you throw it 100 yards? He said yes. He drops back to throw, sets up and throws long down the right sideline. Incomplete. The Tampa receiver, a flag is thrown as a big hit was made. A big hit was made against the intended receiver. And Anthony Dickerson may have been the one. And now some people get tangled up with Dickerson. Charlie Waters was there also, but somebody delivered a telling blow against the intended Tampa Bay receiver inside the 30-yard line. That was Waters.
Charlie Waters.
Boy, he undressed the receiver, I'll tell you that. And there was no chance for the ball until the flag came down.
He was there a step too late, Jack. He knew what he had on his mind, but he was there just a little too late. And again, that's a fine call. You have to protect those people, especially when they're out of bounds and the ball's not even going to be called.
And now the referee will tell us it is a 1st down. After this 15-yard penalty, Tampa Bay thought they were going to get it inside the 30, but it is from the line of scrimmage. And the new line of scrimmage is the Dallas 43.
Well, they now have an opportunity to try to get a score. They're in
personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 41. Defense, first down.
There's no more time left on the clock. Time for one more play, barring another penalty. The ball is at the Dallas 43-yard line. So the penalty may not cost the Cowboys after all. Williams is under center. Let's see what he calls. He takes the snap. It's a 4-man rush. He steps up into the pocket. He is hit as he throws. Incomplete, and the half is over.
Harvey Martin. Harvey Martin, Jack.
Harvey Martin got him. The pass was incomplete, and the Cowboys hang on to their 10-point lead. Brent Musburger is going to join us at halftime. There's the gun marking the end of the first half with the score. The Dallas Cowboys 10, Tampa Bay Buccaneers nothing. Tampa Bay from Capiz. Bill Capiz, the rookie out of Florida State.
Well, we got a large crowd here, 64,848, 171 did not show up. And what they are missing.
James Jones is back in the end zone, waiting for the opening kickoff here in the second half, and the Buccaneers defense could give them a lift on this series of downs, which is coming up.
This is going to be a big series for the Tampa Bay Buccaneer defense. They need to stop Dallas, get that offense out on the field, and control the ball game from here on.
Meanwhile, Lindsey Nelson is down in Miami with Jim Kelly for the San Diego game, and we'll be switching down there later this afternoon. That will be at 4:45 Eastern Time, and another team will bite the dust. We wait for the referee, Jerry Markbright, to give the signal. I saw during the intermission some people were arguing about the first intentional grounding call that was assessed against Doug Williams.
Well, it didn't look like there was too much to argue about from our vantage point. Maybe the second one, but not the first one.
Here's a kick deep into the end zone, and Jones 5 yards deep downs the ball. Nobody hits the turf here at Texas Stadium. It'll come out to the 20-yard line. And Tampa Bay will try to have their defensive unit assert themselves. And they have not deviated from the three-man rush all day.
Actually, Tampa Bay's defense has played a fine ball game, considering they've been backed up all day long.
Yeah, well, you're going to give some points to the Cowboys somewhere along the line.
That's right, because you're not playing a poor football team. They need to try to get a little more pressure, though, on Danny White.
White comes out with Springs and Dorsett in the backfield with him. Cowboys leading by the score of 10-0. Motion by Springs to the right side and a toss to Dorsett running right. Cuts it up, gets 5 yards. Tony Dorsett with a snappy little 5 yards out to the Dallas 25.
Well, Dallas set up eye to the right side, tossed the ball back on the sweep. Actually, Tampa Bay slanted in that direction, so that was good blocking up front by the Dallas offensive line.
And Neil Cozy was there to make the tackle. Tom Rafferty is the center for the Cowboys. Herb Scott and Kurt Peterson are the guards. Pat Donovan and Andy Frederick the tackles, and Donovan is a Pro Bowler. Second down and 5 for Dallas. Split backs now. Back to throw White. Over the middle and caught by the tight end. Crosby caught the ball near the 30. Let's see if he got a first down. Yes, he came across the 30-yard line. It is a first down for Dallas, covered by Richard Wood.
Well, they had Crosby go about 6 yards upfield and just turn around, and White hit him right on the numbers, just enough for the first down. Dallas does this very well. They know where the first down markers are.
When you see Dallas throwing and leading by 10 points, you may think it's a little radical departure from their approach, but it was such a safe pass.
It certainly was, Jack, and they knew what they needed. They needed 6 yards, and that's where they put the guy to get the 6 yards. To the right side, they had Dorsett set right, Springs left. Generally, you'd go left with Dorsett, but they come with Dorsett leading the play, who did a fine job on the block, and with Springs carrying the football. They're hurting Tampa Bay with Springs.
Second down and 2 at their own 38 for the Cowboys. They started at the 20. White sets the glove. Here is a give to Springs. He comes outside. He breaks tackles at the 40, and he goes out of bounds after getting a first down at the Dallas 42. They're making it look easy. Chased out by Cedric Brown.
Same play to the left side. Again, Springs coming left side with Dorsett leading. Dorsett put a fine block on Hugh Green, which allowed Springs to get outside.
A couple of Pittsburgh players. Dorsett a few years ago and Hugh Green a year ago.
And playing like they don't even know each other.
Or like each other.
There it is on the monitor. Fine block by Dorsett.
First down from the 42-yard line for Danny White. Hill and Pearson, the wide receivers. Here's a pass to the sideline and incomplete to Hill. Hill had to hurdle a bench to avoid an injury, and that might have drawn a flag, but it did not. And the linebacker, Hugh Green, apologizes to Tony Hill. He said, I was only doing my job. In fact, they said this year down there in Tampa at a rally that he apologized for the mistakes that he made this year as a first-year man for Tampa Bay. He's one of the best rookies in the league.
He's one of their better defensive players, too, already as a first-year player. He showed his great speed then. White held him with play action, tried to throw out, but there was Green running back in the direction of the play.
Second and 10 after that first down pass by the Cowboys. Have kept the ball for about 2.5 minutes here at the start of the third quarter. They lead Tampa Bay 10-0. On On second down, a fake to Dorsett, another pass by White. He throws, and it's caught on the middle screen. It's out to midfield and down to the 45, down to the 40, 33-yard line of Tampa Bay. Thomas finally caught up with it, and he got some help. Tony Dorsett caught that middle screen for 25 yards. You don't know where in the world the Cowboys are going to hit you.
That's a beautiful play to work against that three-man front. They draw the three people in. They fake the play to Tony Dorsett in the eye, and the linebackers hesitate. Then they see Dorsett doesn't have it. They fly out, turn their backs, and then all of a sudden there's three offensive linemen and one small guy with great feet and quickness carrying the football.
You know it's him when he starts running. The ball is the Buccaneers 33 and a first down. He started from their 20. Now the Cowboys are at the Tampa Bay 33. Here comes Dorsett, slanting right, breaks tackles, inside the 30, gets outside, inside the 20, 15, inside the 10. First and goal from the 7-yard line on the run by Dorsett. Finally, Brown and Thomas got it.
Now that's that counter play. Dorsett steps left, comes back right behind the guard. Big play. Tell you what, Dallas is hot. They've come out smoking. Tampa Bay has got to do something to put a stop to this.
11:40 left in the third quarter. Cowboys leading 10-0. Have first and goal at the Tampa Bay 7-yard line. A 25-yard pass play to Dorsett and a 26-yard run by number 33. He's carried 11 times, 55 yards. And Dallas looks for more points. They're in the eye with Jones, the tailback. Here's the give to Jones. He's to the 5. He's to the goal line. And he did not get in. He dived for the end zone. Didn't quite make it. It's going to be second and goal from inches away.
When he lost his balance to about the 2-yard line, a Tampa Bay player touched him. So that meant that he wasn't able to get into the end zone. It's just a straight dive off the right tackle. And James Jones is a fairly good ball carrier himself, averaging 5.3 yards a carry during the year.
Jones is in his third year now out of Mississippi State. The funny thing about Dorsett, he's only had 4 rushing touchdowns this year. Dallas is over 100 yards rushing. It's second and goal. Here is motion and a give for the touchdown to Springs. Springs 1 yard, 16-0 Dallas. They kept the ball for 4 minutes and 8 seconds.
Now they lined up Trent to the right side and brought Jay Saudi in motion. Hits right up over the center, and Jones follows him in. There's a Springs.
Do you think the week off helps the Cowboys?
It certainly looks like it, Jack. I know that in this situation, you got people dinged, they get well, they have a chance to relax a little bit, and it's evident the second half sure helped them anyway.
Septien, who has not missed all year, will try the extra point out of the hold of Charlie Waters. It's 16-0 now. It's 17-0 now. 80 yards. 9 plays. 4 minutes and 8 seconds after taking the opening kickoff in the second half. With a score, 17-0. Dallas over Tampa Bay. Let's take time out.
On city streets and country roads, making deliveries, hauling loads. Whatever job you got to do, the number one name in trucks means saving for you.
Our recent fuel efficiency test proved that over a 4-year period, an International XL Series heavy truck can save thousands of fuel dollars over a comparably equipped Kenworth or Freightliner. And that can mean thousands of dollars of extra profit to a business. But no matter what business you're in, International's finding ways to lower your trucking costs and improve your profits. See your International dealer soon to find out just how much you can save with International.
Whatever job's got to be done, International can cost you less to run. We're the number one name in trucks, International.
James Owens and John Holt are the deep men for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Well, their defense didn't give them the lift that they needed, Roman.
Well, I'll tell you what, it shows you how important first down is. Dallas had no third down plays in that 80-yard drive.
And now Tampa Bay needs a spark of some sort on a kick return or something comparable, or they're going to get blown away down here.
Changes your strategy real quickly, doesn't it? From 10 to 17.
17-0 Cowboys. The kick by Septien. He drills it high and deep. And it is taken by Owens 2 yards deep. He comes out to the 10, comes right to the 15, 20, out to the 25, and comes across the 30, out to the Tampa Bay 33. There are no flags down. The Bucs will start from there after a 35-yard return. And Everson Walls downfield along with the kicker, Septien, to make the tackle. And by the way, Septien is a very, very good athlete.
He's a tough little cookie. He can do a lot of things well. He's really done quite well since he's been in Dallas.
And that kick return helped the Bucs.
Put them in good position for a change. They can operate with their offense without having to think about what they're going to do.
But they've got to keep Martin and company out of that backfield. Wilder is the lone setback. On first down, the pass play by Williams. He rushes, he throws, incomplete over the middle. He was rushed again by Dutton and others. And second down, he had a little pop pass in mind, but it didn't develop for him.
No, Jackie was trying to hit Owens, his tailback, who was split out to the right side, and it looked as though Owens made his break before Williams was ready. Williams is a little tentative now. He doesn't look too sure of himself.
Becoming an outstanding NFL quarterback has not been automatic for Williams. He's had to work very hard, and he'll probably be criticized heavily unless he gets a hot hand somewhere along the line. It is second down and 10. He stays on the ground and gives the ball to Owens. Owens booms out to the 41-yard line, and he picked up about 7 yards, tripped up by Dennis Thurman.
Well, you had Randy White getting out there on pursuit. Wilder was leading the play to the left side. Fine block by Wilder. Does a lot of things for the Tampa offense.
Dallas Cowboys scored just a couple of minutes ago. We have 10-10 left in the third quarter. Cowboys on top by the score of 17-0. Tampa Bay has made a first down on third down twice in 7 tries. 3rd and 3, a pass play by Williams. He throws, it's caught in midfield and a first down for Tampa Bay. The ball was bobbled briefly by Kevin House, a kid from St. Louis, University City, and he pulled it to his chest before Everson Walls tackled him at midfield, actually at the Dallas 49.
Well, they caught Dallas in man coverage. That time to Kevin House's side, an intermediate pass, a 10-yard break, the kind of pass that Tampa Bay is going to have to complete to take the pressure off of Williams.
It's the first catch by Kevin House, who's their deep threat. First down at the Dallas 49. Here is the toss to Owens, and he didn't get started, and Randy White knocks him down for a loss on the play. Let's pause 5 seconds for station identification. This is the CBS Radio Network.
And this is WBBM Chicago, Sports Radio 78.
James Owens lost 3. They're trying to shake him loose. He is an Olympic sprinter, a world-class sprinter out of UCLA, but he can't shake loose.
Not with the likes of Randy White running him down from behind.
Second down and long. Second down and 13 for the Bucs. Dallas in a position to blitz. They're coming. Here is the pass play, and incomplete. Thrown too high, and House did all he could. It was off his hands and incomplete. Third down and 13.
Well, they came again to House on the intermediate curl pattern at about 10 to 12 yards. Would have given him the first down. Ball thrown a little high and to his left, so it was hard for him to make the catch. It could have been caught, though.
Looks like he had his hands in the wrong position, Roman.
They sure did. He didn't quite have the hands where they should. The thumb should have been touching inside. Looked as though he crossed the hands. Lost the ball.
The ball is at the Tampa Bay 48. 3rd and 13 for the Bucs. Florida orange-colored jerseys, white trousers. They come into a very tight formation on 3rd down and long. Here is Williams staying in the pocket, chased out now, throws on the run down the right sideline to Bell. Incomplete. A flag is down, back upfield, as as Walls was covering downfield on the incomplete pass.
I think we're going to get a holding call. Dallas was coming with the farm that time. People were latching on to white jerseys.
The penalty against Tampa Bay probably will be declined so that the...
Number 68, offense, declined, fourth down.
Against George Yarno, the guard, he was holding. It's declined, and it's time for Tampa Bay to punt. Larry Slider, during the first half, kicked the ball 3 times. Well, here's number 4.
Tampa has an opportunity to pin Dallas down in their end of the field, which would certainly help the Tampa defense.
But Slider hasn't been getting that ball up in the air at all.
And they put some pressure on him.
Here is the kick. And this is a little better. He drives it for the right sideline. Whoops, it bounces into the end zone, so Tampa Bay couldn't catch a break there. It'll come out to the Dallas 20-yard line. That's where the Cowboys started last time. They went 80 yards in 9 plays to make it 17-0. That's what the score is now, with 8:17 left in the third quarter. Dallas has the ball. We'll be back in a moment.
The more you hate to paint, the more you'll like True Test Easy Care from True Value Hardware Stores. Hi, Pat Summerall to tell you that's because Easy Care is the scrubbable flat latex. Easy Care's low sheen flat finish actually resists soiling. That makes it ideal for walls and woodwork in every room. And if areas around light switches and outlets do get dirty, instead of repainting, you can wash them clean without ruining the finish. That means you won't have to repaint until you're ready to change the color. Then you'll be pleased to know that with True Value Hardware Store's Custom Color Center, you can easily coordinate any of Easy Care's decorator colors with the furnishings in your home. And True Test Easy Care is available exclusively from participating True Value Hardware Stores and home centers, where you'll find values in every department. And say that Pat Summerall sent you.
True Value Hardware, it's more than just a name. It's a way of doing business that means True Value.
The Cowboys haven't had a turnover all afternoon. They've been playing pretty good football.
They look awesome right now, Jack. This is going to be a big series for Tampa Bay's defense again, because Dallas now has some momentum. They came out in the second half and scored 80 yards. They're going to try to do it again.
Logan in the middle, Stillman the right end. Defensive end on the left side now is Joe Campbell. First down from their 20 for White, Springs, Dorsett. Pearson and Hill from the 20, and a reverse to the tight end Cosby, running left, hit at the 20 out of bounds at the 20-yard line, no gain. And was that well covered by the linebacker, Hugh Green.
They had Hugh Green out there, and Leroy Selman was pursuing the play. Play looked like a good one starting out, but no one pursued.
And Hugh Green, the rookie out of Pittsburgh, 6'2", 225, smacked Cosby out of bounds. They have 3 tight ends on this Dallas team, Dupree, Cosby, and Saldi. They make good use of all 3.
All of them could start anywhere else in the National Football League.
Second down and 10 for the Cowboys. They're in the I formation. Tight end on the right side. Here's White going to put it up. Looks and throws. Short, and it is caught. Comes out to the 30-yard line, very close to a first down. We're just talking about tight ends. There's Billy Joe Dupree, nestled at about the Dallas 30. It is the first down.
Well, there's an example of a tight end reading the coverage. If he would have continued to come across field, he would have been right in the way of Hugh Green. But Billy Joe throttled down, found the hole, and, of course, Danny White put the ball to him, and they get the first down.
Cecil Johnson there covering on the play. They did the very same thing on a previous pass play.
One they hit Cosby on earlier. White's now 10 of 21 for 98 yards and 1 touchdown.
And no interceptions. First down for the Cowboys. They've come from the 20 to the 30. Springs is the setback to give to Springs. He spun down after gaining 2 or 3 and driven back by a gang of tacklers led by David Logan, the nose guard.
Well, there was a little different formation. They had Dorsett split out as a wide receiver that time, possibly trying to draw the linebackers out to create a bigger hole for Springs.
Now we have 7 minutes left in the third quarter. We had a scoreless first quarter. The Cowboys got the only points in the second period, led 10-0 at the half. Now they lead 17-0. 6:50 remaining here in the third quarter of the game. Second down and 8 for Dallas. They have a full house backfield. They start Pearson in motion to the right. Here's a pass play by Danny White. No pressure. He throws wide open. Dorsett at the 35. Upfield and out of bounds at the 40-yard line. short of a first down. Short of a first down by about a half a yard. Bumped out by John Holt, the rookie out of West Texas State.
Difficult play for the Tampa defense. They were doubling the outside people, and they had Hugh Green coming from his outside linebacking spot. So that put Richard Wood, the weak inside backer, trying to cover Tony Dorsett out of the backfield, which is impossible.
6:34 remaining in the third quarter. Third down and short for the Cowboys. Split backs. And Dallas has motion and the give for a first down to Springs. He got plenty across the 45 to the 46. It opened up for him beautifully. Norris Thomas finished off the play at the Dallas 46.
Springs is having a big day. Their linebackers are keying on Dorsett. Scott, Rafferty, Peterson doing a fine job up front, just taking them on man-to-man, blowing them out, creating big holes for Springs, and Saldi in motion coming from the tight end spot, something they've utilized. Springs is now 13 for 51 yards.
It is a first down play. Here is a running play to Springs. He hurdles, comes out across midfield. He is to the 48-yard line of Tampa Bay, and the Cowboys are doing everything they want to do. Cooper and Donovan are the tackles. Joe Campbell made the tackle for Tampa Bay.
Jack, what Tampa Bay is going to have to do to stop the play, they're going to have to plug the linebackers, get them up, fire them a little bit sooner. They're sending Dorsett out to the right side, bringing Springs back to the left side, and Tampa Bay linebackers are watching Dorsett.
I can't understand Tampa Bay staying in the same defensive arrangement.
It's hard for me to understand right now, too, because they're getting hurt.
Here's a toss to Dorsett running right. He tripped over the feet of Norris Thomas, who was driving in there, and Dorsett never did see Thomas. He tripped right over him, and he was brought down at the 47-yard line. It's going to be third down and 2.
Well, they had Saldi, the tight end, blocking down that time on Stalls, and they had Cooper, the right tackle, blocking out on Hawkins, but Dorsett stumbled over Cooper's feet.
4:40 left in the third quarter. Dallas on third down has made a first down 3 times in 9 tries. 3rd and 3. Motion by Pearson, a pass play by White. He's sacked back inside the 45-yard line. Tampa Bay finally got to the Dallas quarterback, the first sack of Danny White, and they'll have to punt. Leroy Selman got him.
And he also had Brad White, who was in there at the nose guard that time, putting pressure on. That's what Tampa Bay's defense is going to have to have more of. More pressure from those 3 people up front.
And the Dallas 43, Danny White was knocked to the turf. Now with 4:10 remaining in the third quarter, White will punt. Twin safety men are Holt and Theo Bell for the visiting Bucks. A low snap, and White picks it up. He's able to kick it away. He did a great job, and a flag is down. The punt is caught by Bell, who's tackled at the Tampa Bay 35. Let's check the flag. 20-yard kick by Danny White. Ineligible man downfield. We'll see if Tampa Bay is content with the ball at their 35, or will they ask White to kick it over?
I believe they'll take it where they have it. They've got better field position than having him kick it over. So there again, Jack, is the example of fine athletic ability by a guy that's back there as a quarterback.
Ineligible receiver downfield on the kick. Offense declined. First down. Timeout.
Penalty decline, timeout. The ball at the Tampa Bay 35. First down, Buccaneers. We have 3:51 remaining in the third quarter. Dallas is on top, 17-0, and we'll be back in a moment.
Have you seen us? Have you heard us? We're bringing you more to smile about every day from Phoenix.
Come on, dream a little. Dream about a television with a sound system that is sophisticated, clean. A television for which you can communicate with the world. Imagine the same TV works with video games, video cassettes, or even home computers. Dream of a television with designer contours, a beautiful addition to your home. You can stop dreaming now. It's Zenith System 3 with Spacephone, the television design of the future. See your Zenith dealer because today we're bringing you more.
We're bringing you more to smile about. Bringing you more to smile about. Every day from Zenith.
Tampa Bay now enjoys the best field position they've had to start a drive all afternoon. Earlier, they had penetrated as far as the Cowboy 21, but the penalties got them. Now they're at their 35. They're a group of unhappy coaches directly to your right, Roman Gabriel.
There's two of them that we know well, Boyd Collar and Abe Gibron.
Tampa Bay trailing 17-0. Under center is Doug Williams. He's back to throw. He throws, and it is intercepted. Intercepted by Downs. He is to the 40, 35, 33 of Tampa Bay. Michael Downs walks right into that ball and intercepts. The third picked off today by Dallas.
Tampa Bay had the right call, Jack, but Randy White was there for the sack. He had Doug Williams by the jersey as he tried to put the ball up to Giles, splitting the seam in the double zone. But because of that pressure, he threw the interception.
He wanted to throw very quickly.
He sure did, but White was there. He beat his man. Randy White, well, the whole Dallas defensive line's having an exceptional game.
So the third interception chalked off against Doug Williams. Boy, they'll do a little ripping on him when this game is over if it doesn't change.
Well, I tell you what, Joe, if you don't see it, you don't understand what he's going through, because I've had some situations like that myself. He just doesn't have time to set up and throw.
The defensive line of the Cowboys has really asserted itself. There's a very interesting point. Somebody, what about this player? How good is he? Well, a question should follow. Against whom?
I agree with you. That's exactly
right.
What do you say
about Harvey Martin? How good is he? Well, it depends on who he's playing against.
Yeah, that's right. And you watch this ball game, and Harvey White's having an outstanding game against the run and the pass. But you compare his stats against the run against, say, Ketal Jones, and Jones throughout the season has been a better run player than Harvey Martin.
Frequently, this Dallas crowd is quite blasé about the accomplishments of their team, but they are rooting today.
They're hanging from the rafters. They've got a lot of people in here. They're really enjoying this ball game just as we are.
The next game for Dallas will either be at San Francisco on the 10th or back here on the 10th if they win this game. It's 17-0, and the Bucs give their rooters nothing, absolutely nothing to hang their head on.
Well, I think maybe the Buccaneers might have to start gambling a little bit on defense now, bringing the linebackers every now and then to try to stop this momentum of the Dallas game.
What's the difference? You could be 40-0 or 17-0. If you gamble and it pays off, you may get back into it.
That's right. You make something happen in your favor.
From the 33-yard line of Tampa Bay, White gives the ball to Dorsett. Dips in, goes out, gets 3, 4, 5 yards out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Bumped out by Richard Wood.
Now, the play was designed to come right straight up the middle, but Dorsett bounced it out. That's difficult to make a play on a guy like that. You can stop the line of scrimmage, but he's got the great speed to get outside.
A few years ago, 1977, Tampa Bay drafted Ricky Bell, and they passed over
Tony Dorsett. Ricky Bell has had his problems this year. He hasn't played very much. When he has had the opportunity, he hasn't really showed well.
3:36 remaining in the half. Glenn Titenstor is in there at left guard for Dallas. A pass play by White, and it is caught by Jones inside the 25, and he fights for first down yardage, it appears, near the 23-yard line. Cecil Johnson brought him to the turf. Let's see what kind of forward progress they give to James Jones, who caught the ball and then leaned down to the 23, probably close enough to measure. But we are guessing from up here that he made a first down. Jones is no slouch. He's out of Mississippi State, 5'10", 200 pounds, in his third year, and he has a good rushing average of more than 5 yards per carry.
He does well, and he's also a good receiver. So out of the backfield, that was a pass designed to get the yardage.
Down to the Tampa Bay 23 and a first down.
Jack, this is the kind of thing that Dallas is doing that Tampa Bay has to do. Get the backs out, hit them out 6, 8 yards depth.
He certainly has time to do that, doesn't he? Talking about Williams.
He does, and I'm surprised they haven't attempted to do it.
With Herb Scott, the left guard, out, Glenn Titensor, a rookie out of Brigham Young, is playing the left guard position for the Cowboys. So they have Rafferty at center, Titensor and Peterson at the guard, Donovan and Cooper at the tackle. Tight end is on a wing. Split back, I formation now. And on first down, motion by the tight end, Sally. There goes Springs, diving down inside the 20-yard line to the 18. They're picking up 5 yards every crack.
Well, they're utilizing that same play with Dorsett going left or right, trying to draw the linebackers out of there and handing back to Springs. The Buccaneers really haven't done anything to stop it.
The score here is 17-0 in favor of the Cowboys. Clock running, 2:40 left in the third quarter, and the Cowboys are already within field goal range. That last tackler was Richard Wood. But the tackles are much too late for the Buccaneers. Springs and Dorsett in the backfield. Tight end on a wing, Saldi in motion. Here's a keep and a bootleg by White. He looks and throws. And it's caught at the 5-yard line on a tip ball. First and goal for Dallas. The ball was tipped, and Billy Joe Dupree reached out and grabbed it with one hand. It was tipped by John Holt, the rookie, in a 13-yard gain.
I'll tell you what, that's a smooth-looking play. They had motion coming left to right by Saldi, brought the back, Dorsett and Springs to the left side. White bootlegs behind the motion, throws downfield to Dupree. Had both tight ends open.
He also had the option to run on that one, didn't he?
He might have run that thing in if he'd have wanted to. Well, everything's going Dallas's way.
Cowboys are about to put them away, folks. It's 17-0 here in the third quarter, which is almost over. First and goal from the 5. And the give to Dorsett. He's got it. Touchdown, Dallas. 5 yards, Dorsett. They blew him away.
Well, Jack, that's what happens when you're able to make the fullback work out of the eye. Springs had been carrying the ball up the middle. That time they faked the Springs. Dorsett came back to the right side. Big hole, big hole.
Springs ran one in from 1 yard out to make it 17-0. Now Dorsett, 5-yard run. So they've had a pass play, they've had a field goal, 2 running touchdowns. It's 23-0. Missed all year. Well, this is his first game this year, isn't it? Make it 24. So it's 24-0 in favor of the Cowboys with 1:28 left in the third quarter. Any questions? We're the score. Dallas 24, Tampa Bay nothing. Let's take time out.
This buzz for you.
Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis.
The 2 previous times Tampa Bay played Dallas, they played them very tough. They lost, but they were in the game.
Well, it'll give you an indication of the dominance here in the third quarter by Dallas. Dallas has had 9 first downs in the third quarter. They had 8 in the entire first half.
James Owens and John Holt are awaiting the kick from Septien with 1:28 left in the third quarter. Septien boots the ball high and deep and into the sunlight. Taken by Owens, 3 yards deep. Out he comes. 10, 15. That's all. Oh, here comes squirting out to the 20, 25, 30-yard line. 31-yard line for James Owens. They'd been stopped previously by Michael Downs, and then he squirted out of there. And they finally tackled him at the 31 after a 35-yard return.
Jack, Herb Scott, the left guard for Dallas, turned his right ankle. Expected to play some more.
Meanwhile, when Dallas has the ball, he is replaced by Glenn Titensor. Tampa Bay has the ball at their 31 with 1:15 left in the third quarter. Let's see what Doug Williams can do, trailing 24-0. He's back to throw. He throws. It's batted up into the air. It is intercepted. Intercepted by Too Tall Jones. That's the 4th one picked off by Dallas today. It was batted up in the air by John Dutton, and Ed Jones caught it.
Well, there's an indication of where size is so important. Those 2 guys, Dutton and Jones, probably hit or deflect passes as many or more than most defensive linemen in the National Football League.
Well, Dallas has the ball back, and Danny White's probably saying, we don't want it again. We're tired.
I think we'll see Dallas just try to run this one into the end zone, trying to run out some time.
And they run. Now I'll say they can run. They've had touchdowns by Hill, and Dorsett, and a field goal by Septien.
That was Ed Jones' second interception. He had one in 1975.
First down at the 25. Here's Dorsett starting up the middle, going outside, 20, 15, 10, 5, out of bounds. At the 4, first and goal. Dorsett was roaring.
That was the same play that they scored on, except this time Dorsett saw nothing up the middle, took it outside. I've never seen a guy that can get outside as quick as he can. Fantastic acceleration. Feet never stopped working.
He ran right into John Holt at the 5-yard line and went out of bounds at the 4. A 21-yard run, and Dorsett has gained 90 yards rushing, 15 carries.
When he's hot, he's hot.
First and goal from the 4 for Dallas. Springs and Dorsett in the backfield. Here's Dorsett, hit at the 5. He lost the yard.
That time I think he tried to get outside a little too quickly. Hugh Green came from the right side on the blitz. Dorsett had nowhere to go.
And Leroy Selman brought him to the dirt.
Leroy Selman's making his presence. Tampa Bay is behind.
4 pass interceptions by Dallas today. 2 by Thurman, 1 by Downs, 1 by Ed Jones.
Dallas is averaging 4.9 yards per rush.
We have 25 seconds left in the third quarter. Dallas second and goal from the 5. They'll have to beat the 30-second clock. White takes it, gives it, and Jones touchdown. James Jones goes roaring in. And that is his first second rushing touchdown of the year.
Now they hand off to the I-back, just strong blocking up front to the left side. They're not fooling anybody. They've got Springs leading the play on the inside backer there, Richard Wood. Just a fine play by the total Dallas offense.
It's 29-0 with 15 seconds left in the half. Well, nobody expected this.
No, I'm sure we didn't, because coming into the ball game, there wasn't a heck of a lot of difference between the two teams.
Septien will try to keep his record clean in the extra point department. Charlie Waters handles it. Give the Cowboys another point. It is now 31-0. 25 yards. 3 plays. Less than a minute. 53 seconds. You can bring home some real Super Bowl excitement in the largest Super Bowl program ever. A 164-page magazine giving you a review of the 1981 NFL season, reports on past and present Super Bowl teams. To order, send a check or money order for $3.95. To Super Bowl 16, Post Office Box 16, Houston, Texas, 77001. Allow 4 weeks for delivery. $3.95 to Super Bowl 16 for the Super Bowl program. Post Office Box 16, Houston, Texas, 77001.
Well, Jack, the most interceptions that has been thrown in the divisional playoffs has been 5. Mike Phipps, Dan Fouts, and Tommy Kramer. Doug Williams has 4 with a quarter of football left.
Here's a booming kick deep into the end zone by Septien. It is down in the end zone with 9 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
I'm beginning to feel a little bit for Doug Williams, because the situation that he is in now, his body had better be prepared, because they're going to be coming after him.
Yeah, because even when they weren't certain that he was going to throw, they were just wiping out the offensive line of the Buccaneers and climbing the big frame of Doug Williams, 6'4". Well, he was 6'4" at the start of the game. He's probably down to 6'1" now.
Well, Neil Colsey is having his ankle x-rayed. He's the defensive strong safety for Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
From the 20-yard line, the Buccaneers go to work. Williams back to throw, a quickie inside, batted down, and darn near intercepted. The linebacker was there. Guy Brown got a hand on it, batted it down, and almost caught it before it hit the deck.
Now, Doug Williams really didn't find Brown, the linebacker. He made the fake into the middle to Wilder to the right side, came off the fake, looking for the slant left side, and didn't spot Brown at all. He just released the football, not expecting him to be there.
You remember how they used to criticize him a while ago when he was trying to learn how to play while he was playing every game?
That's true, and he's in a situation now where you don't really care about learning. You just hope you can get the job done.
Second down and 10. Williams under center, back to throw. Here's Williams running out of the pocket, throwing incomplete out around the 35. It'll be 3rd and 10, Tampa from their own 20. That marks the end of the period. The end of the third quarter. With the score, the Dallas Cowboys 31 and Tampa Bay nothing.
Son, don't ever give up anything you don't have to.
Words of wisdom from my dear old dad. And with those words in mind, I bought a Buick LeSabre. Dad thought it was really a smart move.
You're getting more like your old man every day, boy.
And I couldn't have agreed with him more. Because LeSabre gave me the room and the luxury I might have had to sacrifice in some small cars. Plus standard features like automatic transmission and power steering. So talk to my dad about a LeSabre today. Or see your Buick dealer.
Saturday on CBS television, there's one small town.
I gather you're on holiday?
Two people in love.
I love you.
An eternal triangle.
You're threatening us.
4 motives. Lust, greed, fear.
Revenge?
5 red herrings.
Someone tried to kill me.
6 people murdered.
Interesting how easy it can be to murder a person.
And there could be more. Agatha Christie's
Murder is easy.
Starring Bill Bixby, Leslie Ann Down, Helen Hayes, and Olivia de Havilland. Saturday, 9, 8 Central and Mountain on CBS television.
As we get ready for the fourth quarter, they tend to Too Tall Jones, who is now on his feet. He's replaced by Larry Biscay. He ran into one of his own men. That's when you get hurt a lot. You're always looking out for the opponent, but when you run into one of your own guys, you're completely relaxed and you're not ready for the hit.
Now, Randy White was coming from the right side, and you had Too Tall coming from the left side. Williams stepped up into the pocket, and it looked as both of them hit each other.
As we start the final 15 minutes of this game with the Cowboys leading 31-0, it'll be 3rd and 10 for Tampa Bay at their 20-yard line. And now these Dallas fans here at Texas Stadium will be rooting for the shutout.
Yeah, I'm certain they will, Jack, and this will be number 18 since 1979. 18 in a row here at the stadium.
Neil Colsey, the safety man for the Buccaneers, will not return. He has an ankle injury. Dallas has completely dominated Tampa Bay. The third period statistics find Dallas walloping the visitors in total yards.
290 yards, Tampa Bay 65, 161 yards rushing for 4.7 yards per carry.
How about Doug Williams?
Doug Williams, 4 out of 9 with
4 out of 19.
4 out of 19 with 4 interceptions.
Nasty day for the Tampa quarterback. He was quite a baseball player. We may see him in spring training. Here he's back to throw on 3rd down. He airs it out long down the middle, and Giles catches it at the 45 of Dallas. Straight tackle inside the 20, inside the 15, down to the 4-yard line. 1st and goal for Tampa Bay on a long pass down the middle from Doug Williams to Jimmy Giles.
Well, they created a man-to-man situation that time, 76 yards. Giles was on Michael down, and he just beat him going straight up the field, and Williams laid it there. There's the character and the poise of a quarterback that's going to be big in this league, and it already is big in this league.
So Tampa Bay with their best opportunity to get on the scoreboard. Previously, they had only gotten as far as the Dallas 21. Now it's 1st and goal at the 4-yard line, and Ron Fellows made the touchdown-saving tackle.
That's Giles' first reception of the ball game.
And he's a very, very big weapon. Difficult to tackle, big as he is, 6'3", 245. 1st and goal for the Bucs.
Jack, they need to throw the ball into the end zone. Don't run it in. Get 6 on the board right away.
Now Williams cannot hear because of the crowd noise, as I indicated. The Cowboy fans will be rooting for the shutout. Ed Too Tall Jones did not come back into the game, and Larry Biscay out of Michigan State in his 5th year now has replaced him. Whoops it up again. And Williams just stands there. This stadium is partially enclosed. It's very difficult to hear down there on the field. Williams starts his man in motion. Jones, he tosses to the tailback, and that is tackle for a loss of a couple of yards. Buffet was the first one through.
Boy, I'll tell you, that was what you call coming to the tailback. Tampa Bay had no time at all to develop any kind of a run. They've got to throw the ball. They need all the time. They need a quick score. Running's not going to give it to them.
31-0, the Cowboys lead. We are in the fourth quarter with 13:40 remaining in the game. Cowboys Cowboys scored 21 points in that third period. They had touchdowns by Springs, Dorsett, and Jones. Second and goal from the 7. Here back to throw is Williams, chased out of the pocket. He is sacked back beyond the 15-yard line. I kind of thought Dallas was offside, but they were sacked. Well, Harvey Martin got in there.
Sometimes, Jack, a quarterback cadence, he starts going on the same count, and I think what's happening, White and Martin are just coming off the ball, beating the snap. Both Harvey Martin and Randy White were there to make that stop.
That's 4 sacks and 4 interceptions against the Tampa Bay quarterback. Now the ball, which was at the 4, is at the 17.
The surprising thing there is Harvey Martin actually caught Doug Williams in the back. Williams almost sprung him off.
Third and goal from the 17, and Williams calls timeout. We have 12:50 remaining in the game. These fans here rooting for the shutout. The score, Dallas 31, Buccaneers nothing. Let's take timeout.
Bush, St. Louis, Missouri.
Ed Jones of the Cowboy defensive unit has a bruised knee. He may return. Meanwhile, Roman Gabriel, what have the Buccaneers done in the second half?
Well, everything comes in twos in the second half. Tampa Bay, 2 yards rushing, 2 first downs, 2 of 7 passing, 2 interceptions.
And now it's third and goal from the 17-yard line. Williams is under center. And the blitz is on. He passes inside the 15. The tackle is made at the 10. Ron Fellows brought down Theo Bell at the 9-yard line.
Now, that's all that Doug Williams could do. They had everybody coming up front. That looked like it was probably inaudible, and he released the quick slant. If he doesn't, he gets sacked again.
And they send in a play from the bench. They have messenger guards, Snell and Yarno. Trailing 31-0. It is 4th and goal at the 9. They're going to pass up the field goal and try to get 7 points. Wilder in the backfield. Eckwood on a wing. Williams back to throw. Blitz is on. He's chased out of the pocket. Throws into the end zone. Incomplete. He threw it right between the goalposts. Incomplete, and he ends up on his back at the 30-yard line, and Tampa Bay never did get in. It was first and goal at the 4, and they're still shut out.
Dallas is playing the kind of game that you draw on the board. They've done everything right. All kinds of pressure on Doug Williams. He just has no chance at all.
The ball comes over to the Cowboys at their 10-yard line. They lead 31-0 with 12 minutes left, and we'll be back in a moment. Capacity crowd here at Texas Stadium. The PA announcer has just enumerated the members of the Dallas team will be on the Pro Bowl squad. Pat Donovan, Tony Dorsett, Ed Jones, Herb Scott, Raphael Septien, Everson Walls, and Randy White. Dallas had a tremendous third quarter against the Buccaneers.
11 first down, 67 yards passing, 112 yards rushing. That's what you call controlling the ball game.
And touchdowns by Springs, Dorsett, and Jones all on the ground.
Well, I guess we'll see Tampa Bay come with the blitz now. They've got to get the football if they have any chance at all of putting points on the board.
Danny White is still the quarterback. Here's a give to Jones. He is hit at the line of scrimmage and taken down after gaining about a yard. He ran into Leroy Selman. He doesn't miss many tackles.
He certainly does, and Jack had 73 on the year, also forced 5 fumbles. They surely like to have one now, I'm sure.
11:40 left in the game, and the time remaining can't go by fast enough for Tampa Bay.
No, they've got to do something to stop Dallas. And the only way they're going to get it is they've got to start bringing people. Dallas is not going to throw. They're going to try to control the ball. They have 31 points.
Springs is in the backfield with Jones. Dorsett is out at the moment. Saldi, the tight end. I formation. Motion by Saldi. White tosses the ball to Jones, runs right, cuts back, comes out, and gained about 2 yards.
Jones has a lot of quickness. Norris Thomas came up from the left corner spot on that toss, but Jones was able to elude him with that fine quickness he had.
Selman with another tackle, along with Lewis, the linebacker. And coming back into the lineup. Well, now for Dallas, Doug Donnelly, the rookie wide receiver out of Ohio State, comes in.
He's only played very little. He had 3 receptions this whole year.
3rd and 7 from their 13. For the Cowboys, out of the shotgun, a pass play by White. He throws, and it is caught by Jones. He avoids tackles and gets across the 20 for a first down. Jones came out to the Dallas 23 before Mike Washington put him away.
That was what you call a circle pattern out of the backfield. Danny White hit him right on the button. Cecil Johnson, who had 170 tackles for Tampa Bay Buccaneers, missed the tackle. You don't see that often.
Jones unloaded on the tackler, Mike Washington, and Washington got the worst of it. The ball is at the Dallas 23.
They don't lose very much with Jones in the ball game.
10 minutes remaining. 31-0 Dallas.
Sort of surprised to see Randy White still in the ball, or not Randy White, but Danny White still in the ball game.
Lynn Carano would be in there, perhaps on the next series when Dallas has it. Here is a give to Jones, and a big hole up the middle finds him hurtling across the 30-yard line for about 7 yards out to the 31. Make it 8 out to the 32. Washington another tackle.
Well, Pat Donovan from his left tackle spot pulls to the right side, makes a fine block on the outside backer, allows Jones to come in.
The Cowboys were backed up all the way to their 9-yard line when they took it over. And Tom Landry wanted his veteran quarterback, Danny White, to get him out of the shadow of the goal line.
You would think that Tampa Bay was ahead the way Dallas is attacking here.
The ball is at the 32-yard line of Dallas. Long snap count by White. Here is Springs getting outside left. He gets yards, and he is out of bounds. He is out of bounds at the 39-yard line. Bumped out by John Holt.
The interior 3 for Tampa Bay is doing a good job, but Springs, Jones, and Dorsett have done a fine job adjusting to get outside.
That was a first down carry to the Dallas 39. Clock is stopped with 8:58 left in the game. Cowboys leading the Bucs 31-0. Later today, San Diego at Miami. You'll hear that one here on CBS Radio, commencing at 4:45 Eastern Time.
Ron Springs, 16 for 70 yards. Dorsett, 16 for 89 yards.
Here's a fake to Jones, and a pass by White to the sideline. It's caught. And that is a first down. Downley caught it. Man, how do they come after you?
Apparently, Dallas has a great deal of respect for Tampa Bay. 31-0, 8 minutes to go in the game, and they're putting the ball up.
That play carried to the Bucs' 47-yard line and another first down. It went out of bounds and stopped the clock with 8:53 remaining. Boy, Dallas is playing a perfect game.
They sure are, Jack. And here's Robert Newhouse is just coming to the ball game at fullback.
5'10", 215. This is his 11th year out of Houston, so he gets some playing time. Saldi on a wing. Butch Johnson sets up as a wide receiver. Saldi in motion. Here's to give to Newhouse up the middle. Gets yards. Down inside the 40 to the 39. He got about 8 yards, and they're just killing Tampa Bay.
Well, Dallas has been running a couple of plays all day long. Saldi again in motion, right to left, coming off the right guard spot, leading Newhouse up the middle.
8.5 minutes left in the game. Score 31-0. Dallas over Tampa Bay. It is 2nd down and 8 from the Buccaneer 40-yard line as Robert Newhouse got to carry the ball.
Well, I'm sure Robert Newhouse, who hasn't been playing too much this year, really relishing this opportunity to get to carry the pigskin.
Donnelly is to the left and Johnson to the right. Here's a give to Jones. He is wrestled down. He got about a yard. It'll be a 3rd down play coming up.
Tampa Bay.
Ran into David Logan.
Tampa Bay still playing tough. with the front three people. Just haven't been able to stop Dallas outside.
Now less than 8 minutes left in the game.
Dallas is working on the clock.
Dallas took over with 12 minutes left in the game. They've chewed up 4 minutes of that time. And they're on a roll now. 3rd down and 1 at the Buccaneers 39-yard line. Coming off the field for Tampa Bay, the linebacker, Dana Knapziger.
Well, let's see if they give it to Robert Newhouse.
3rd down, Dallas set. Here's a give to Jones, planting right. Gets a first down inside the 35. He's down to the 30. He's down to the 29. Another Dallas first down. They ought to make a film out of this one, except for the fight that's taking place back inside the 45.
Boy, there's some scrambling. We have 2 officials down there on the pile now trying to stop this thing. That's too bad that things are getting a little out of hand here, because that was a good play, the kind of play you'd like to have on film to show your team the next week. Looks like it's Cecil Johnson.
That stops the clock with 7:18 left in the game. The referee sorts things out.
Personal fouls, both sides. Number 86, offense. Number 56, defense. Both men are disqualified.
Out of business for the 2 players. Number 86 for Tampa Bay is Gordon Jones. Or 56, Cecil Johnson.
Fouls occurred after the play was over.
And Jay Saldi, both ejected. Disqualification is what it says in the book.
Now, that's too bad, Jack. The game has been played real clean, real well. Now, here's an indication of what Dallas has done rushing the football. 205 total yards, 151 in the second half.
So the linebacker, Cecil Johnson, and the tight end, Jay Saldi, got into it. And they'll ride the bench for the final 7:18 of this game.
That's a hard way to go after you've played so well.
We have a 31-0 score in favor of the Cowboys. 7:18 left in the game. The referee had to go to both sides to inform the head coaches of the disqualification.
You know, some people will probably feel that Dallas having to go to come out of this stadium, especially if San Francisco happens to beat the Giants, but Dallas, since 1971, has won 6 games in the playoffs and lost only 2, while they've won 6 at home and lost 3.
They can play anywhere. Newhouse is in the backfield with Jones. I formation at the Tampa Bay 29. Danny White. Whoop! Here's a fumble. Recovered by Dallas, but it appeared that Tampa Bay was offside. Whether they were drawn offside or not, we do not know. James Jones captured the ball. And a flag has been thrown. Offside, Tampa Bay. That'll make it 1st and 5 at the 24.
Looks as though Tampa Bay's left defensive tackle, Joe Campbell, was offside.
Offside, number 79, defense, first down.
Joe Campbell was the over-anxious one. Very shortly, Dallas would have kept the ball for 5 minutes on this particular drive.
This is going to be some drive if they culminate it with a touchdown. It's already a fantastic drive the way they moved this ball.
They started at their own 9. They're down to the 25 of Tampa Bay. Jones and Newhouse in the backfield for Danny White. Here is a toss to Jones running right. He is hitting the backfield, avoids the tackle, outraces people, runs left, and drives down to the 21. He had to work very hard, and he got about 4 yards.
Well, Danny White gave him a little breathing room. Jones came right side, saw nothing, came back to the left, and he had Norris Thomas right on his fanny, but Danny White took a little steam out of Norris Thomas.
Now we have 6:45 left in the game, and it is 2nd down and 1 at the Tampa Bay 21 for the Cowboys.
Danny White throws, punts, and blocks, too. Another dimension.
The ball at the 21 of Tampa Bay. Conley to the left. Butch Johnson to the right. Tight end Dupree on the right side. Here's a pass play on 2nd and 1. And over the middle, it's caught by Dupree. A flag goes down as Dupree gets the first down to the 17. And let's see what a call we have. Holding against Dallas. One of the few mistakes they've made today.
It sure is, and they had Dupree right in that void against Tampa Bay, doubling up on the outside. A linebacker supposed to take Dupree, but he doesn't. But they lose the game because of the holding.
Holding number 65, offense, second down.
Kurt Peterson, the third-year man, the guard out of Missouri, was holding. Ball is at the 31, and it is second down and 11.
That's 6 penalties for Dallas for 45 yards.
6:21 left in the game. The Cowboys lead 31-0.
I'm still a little amazed that Danny White's backing up to throw the football.
He's still in there. He goes into the shotgun formation. Jones and Newhouse are the backs with him. White gets the snap on second down and airs it out long into the end zone, and it is incomplete. There was some bumping in the end zone, and a flag goes down. It was intended for Johnson. He was covered by Cedric Brown, and we'll see who gets it.
Well, he had Cedric Brown, man for man.
First and goal from the 1, I guess. Yep, at the 1-yard line.
Pass interference, number 34, defense, first down.
That was a good call, Jack. We look at it on the monitor. Watch Cedric Brown. He lost the ball. There he is. Bumping into Drew Pearson. Pearson had no way to go after the football.
7 penalties against Tampa Bay
for 90 yards.
And so there was interference in the end zone
on Butch Johnson, who was streaking down the right side.
First and goal from the 1. For the Cowboys, who already lead 31-0. They started at their own 9. White's the quarterback. Newhouse and Jones in the backfield. Newhouse got to the goal line and did not get over. The fans would love it here if one of their longtime favorites, Robert Newhouse, got over the big line.
Well, he was hit pretty good there, stacked up well. First time we've seen him stop the play. Cosby comes in motion from left to right. The play that Springs has scored on, but Newhouse wasn't able to get it in. He was hit very hard.
Now Newhouse goes out. Second down and goal at the goal line. Newsom, Tim Newsom is in the backfield now for Dallas. Let's see if he gets the call. He's in there with Jones. And on second and goal, here's a give to Newsom, touchdown. He got over. Timmy Newsom got in.
Same play. Bringing the tight end in motion. Going off the right guard's butt. That's Cosby handing off to Newsom. Touchdown, big hole.
Timmy Newsom gets into the end zone with 5:27 remaining.
90 yards in 12 plays. 6 minutes and 34 seconds.
Dallas was shut out in the first quarter. They led 10-0 at the half. Got 21 points in the third quarter. And now they have scored a touchdown here in the fourth period. Septien tries the extra point. It's 37-0. And add another, it is 38-0, and a flag has been thrown. An extra point is good.
Illegal substitution. 12 men on the field for the defense. The penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
12 men on the field for Tampa Bay. 38-0, the Cowboys lead. 5:27 left in the game. And with the score 38-0 Dallas, let's take time out.
Television.
The party's over for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They battle hard to win the Central Division title in the NFC, but they've run into a whirlwind down here in Dallas, trailing 38-0 with 5.5 minutes left.
Well, they came a long way to get here. They had to win 4 of their last 5 games to end up 9-7. They're still a young team. I think they'll be back again. They just have to continue to try to play solid the rest of this ball game so they can go home without having their heads hanging.
James Owens is deep along with John Holt. And Septien kicks it for Dallas. A booming kick goes down right 2 yards deep, and coming out with it and faking the reverse is Holt. Running right comes to the 20-25-yard line. Blasted down at the 29 on a big hit by Spradlin, the linebacker.
33 yards on that return. Jack, no miracles to be performed here. Doug Williams has got himself in a hole.
Williams has had a nasty afternoon. One of the Tampa Bay players is injured. The ball is spotted. at the Tampa 30-yard line.
Well, you know, he had made so much progress. He had only had 14 interceptions prior to this ball game, had thrown 19 touchdowns, had been sacked only 19 times, and Dallas has shortchanged that.
There have been 4 interceptions thrown by Doug Williams, and the thing about it was, coming into this game and during the regular season, he'd been very stingy in that department.
That's right. He only had 14 of them.
And he'd already been sacked 18 times, but they've nailed him 4 times here today.
You know, and their offensive line over the last 3 years has allowed less sacks than anybody in the National Football League.
The Buccaneers defeated Minnesota, St. Louis, Detroit, Green Bay, Chicago, Green Bay again, New Orleans. They each won out over Atlanta by a point. And then defeated Detroit to win the crown and come down here. They lost to Kansas City, Chicago, and Oakland, Philadelphia, Minnesota, Denver, and San Diego. San Diego will be cranking it up at Miami later this afternoon, 4:45 Eastern Time on CBS Radio.
Another surprising stat in the ball game is that coming into the game, Dallas and Tampa Bay in the giveaway takeaway on the positive side both had a plus 18. And that was second to Philadelphia that had a plus 23, but Tampa Bay sure hasn't been able to do much since this ball game started.
John Holt, who returned that kick to the 30-yard line, has been helped off the field. He was whacked by Danny Spradlin, the rookie out of Tennessee. And the Buccaneers go to work at their 30-yard line. They have Wilder in the backfield. Here's a pass play, and off the hands of Wilder, and intercepted by Guy Brown. Guy Brown has it for Dallas at the Tampa Bay. Now they roll incomplete. Incomplete. They say somewhere in the exchange it hit the ground. Guy Brown almost had one. Brown argues about it.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot he can do when the official's right there on the play. He could see the ball come out. I think the play was designed well. They're not going to try to go downfield. They're going to try to take what Dallas gives them because, as we mentioned, there's no miracles left in the ball game for Tampa Bay.
Cowboys are having a good time here this afternoon. They lead 38-0 over Tampa Bay with 5:09 left. Giles goes on a wing, goes in motion. Williams back to throw, sets up and throws. It's caught beyond the 40-yard line. And down with the ball is James Wilder at the 41.
Well, first time we've seen them hit the back coming out on a medium range. These are some of the things they possibly could have tried earlier in the ball game.
First down for Tampa Bay. Let's pause. Well, we'll wait till after this play and have a station break. The ball is at the Buccaneers 41. 4:35 left. Here's Williams with another pass play. He swings it off short, and it is caught by Owens. He is out of bounds at the 43. Now we'll pause 5 seconds for station identification. This is the CBS Radio Network.
NFL playoffs on WBBM Chicago. News Radio 78, 30 degrees at 3 o'clock.
That pass play was good for only 3 yards to the Buccaneer 43.
Well, they hit Owens flaring out of the backfield on the short one, trying to get him man-to-man on Anthony Dickerson, but Dickerson was there.
Still Bethea, Dutton, White, and Martin up front. Here's Williams back to throw. He throws over the middle, and it is caught by Giles. He is down into Dallas territory and tackled at the Dallas 33. Jimmy Giles hasn't caught many today. That's his second.
Doug Williams threaded the needle. I guess you can get an example of what kind of arm and how well he can throw the football when he has the time. Of course, Dallas should still be coming. They've got the front people coming after him still, but they've got 38 points, and they're not going to get anybody hurt.
The team that Williams didn't have a good day today, but he was really swarmed over by the Dallas defense. The ball at the Cowboys 33. First down for the Bucs, and another pass. 4-man rush. And here is Williams being sacked from behind. He tried to run out of the pocket, and Randy White nailed him.
Well, Randy White has been there all day long. He's either making the sack or putting the pressure on. He's had an outstanding game.
That's the 5th sack of the Tampa Bay quarterback to go along with 4 interceptions, 2 intentional groundings, a little bit of everything.
About the only thing they haven't done is lost a fumble.
They're still trying, but now they're at the Dallas 37. Second down and 14. 38-0. Dallas leads. We have 3:10 left. And now a whistle. Now delay of game. What else can go wrong for Tampa Bay? 2nd and 19.
They just have not been able to do anything right the whole day.
Second down.
The ball is now at the Tampa Bay 42. 3:09 remaining. Dallas was held scoreless in the first quarter by the Bucs. But then a 10-0 lead at the half for the home team. 21 points in the third quarter. More in the fourth quarter. Another pass play. Williams chased out of the pocket. In trouble. He is sacked way back at his own 41-yard line. First to get him was Larry Bethea. John Dutton right on his heels. Sack number 6.
He just doesn't have any time to set up. That time they doubled the outside people. They had 2 people on the tight end. The only receivers that he had that he could have gone to was Owens and Wilder to his back, but he didn't have time to go to them.
Ball at the Tampa Bay 42. 6 sacks for 84 yards. It's 3rd down and 10, 20, 36. 3rd and 36. With 2.5 minutes left, and now a whistle stops playing. A flag goes down, and this game has, I don't know how to spell it, but it has disintegrated.
It's getting a little bit sloppy.
Ball start, offense.
Ball start against Tampa Bay, make it 3rd down and 41. John McKay, the head coach of the Buccaneers, is always a good one for a wisecrack. He'll have plenty of ammunition at the conclusion of this one.
Well, Tampa Bay, 9 penalties for 100 yards. I don't know whether they have that in total offense, including the sacks and everything.
3rd down and 41 from their own 36 for the Buccaneers. 4-man rush for Dallas. There's the snap. They play a little game. Williams throws the screen, and it is caught out to the 40-yard line. The play comes to the 45 with Owens carrying it, and he is finally down at his 45-yard line.
Well, Jack, that's a good safe call to screen because Doug Williams was faced with what the quarterbacks call the nightmare situation, 3rd and gigantic yardage, so there was no way he's going to get the ball downfield.
So they send the punting team in, and we have 2 minutes left in the game. With the score, 38-0 Dallas. Well, let's take time out.
On city streets and country roads, making deliveries, hauling loads. Whatever job you got to do, the number 1 name in truck means saving for you.
If you want a heavy-duty truck that'll cost less to run, you can't do better than International. Our new fuel fighter trucks are specially equipped to cut fuel and operating costs by thousands of dollars. See an International dealer soon for a free computer analysis that'll show just how much you can save with International. And now's the time to do it, because International is offering special prices. So cut your costs and increase your profits. Go with International.
Whatever job's got to be done, International can cost you less to run. We're the number 1 name in trucks, International.
2 minutes remaining in the game. I guess the only game they play where you could possibly get 38 points is the stock market. And that doesn't happen very often. The Cowboys lead 38-0 with 2 minutes remaining here in Texas Stadium. And the Buccaneers are about to kick the ball.
This is the kind of ball game now that you just want to get out of town, get back home, and enjoy the off-season.
We wait for the snap to Larry Swider. He's a pretty good athlete. Let's see if he does indeed punt the ball. Jones is back to get it. There's a bad snap to the up man, and Swider is tackled back inside the 35-yard line. They tried to snap it to the blocking back and run with the ball, but Billy Joe Dupree came roaring in on Larry Swider, who was not the intended man to run with the ball. He just picked up a loose ball, and Billy Joe Dupree gave him something to take home to Tampa Bay.
Well, Tony Davis was the intended ball carrier. He had his head downfield looking to run before the ball got there, and everything seemed to happen that way all day long.
1:56 left, 38-0 Dallas. The Cowboys have the ball. We'll be back in a moment.
If you're a do-it-yourselfer with a lot to do, maybe you could do it better with faster working tools. Hi, Pat Summerall for True Value Hardware Stores. For fast, accurate long-distance measuring, they recommend the durable Lufkin 100-foot Speedwinder tape. It features a quick reeling rewind plus fast extension and a sure grip design for ease in operating. And if you prefer the convenience of one adjustable wrench over a set of wrenches, you couldn't choose a more classic tool than the dependable Crescent 10-inch adjustable wrench. Made of tough alloy steel, this versatile tool has a heavy chromium plating to resist rust and corrosion. You can find these quality hand tools plus reliable advice on your building and repair projects at participating True Value hardware stores and home centers, where you'll find values in every department and say that Pat Summerall sent you.
True Value Hardware is more than just a name. It's a way of doing business that means True Value.
Well, the Dallas Cowboys haven't deviated very much from their lineup. They do have Jones and Newhouse in the backfield now. But if you take all those offensive linemen out, you're going to get a quarterback hurt or some backs hurt, Roman.
Well, I think they finally took White out. I believe Glenn Carano is now in the ball game. I wouldn't expect them to put the ball up and put even Carano in jeopardy of getting hurt. Let's see if Dallas just runs the clock out. There's only 1:56 remaining.
The third quarterback for Dallas is Gary Hogaboom out of Central Michigan. He has been here now for 3 years. Carano is the quarterback now. He is from Nevada, Las Vegas. They stay on the ground, and Newhouse tries for yards down to the 28 of Tampa Bay. Newhouse got 4, and the clock runs down to 1:45.
Well, they hand off to Newhouse going to the right with Jones, the lead blocker, on the outside backer. Newhouse got a couple of yards on his own merit that time. Still can move the football.
We had a capacity crowd, a sellout crowd, but not capacity. Some people stayed away. It was televised locally. The ball is at the Tampa Bay 28 with 1:20 remaining. Second down and 7 for the Cowboys. Carano under center, Carano. Here is the running play to Jones. He's wrestled down for a loss at the original line of scrimmage by Brad White and Scott Hutchinson. 1 minute left.
Brad White's been playing quite a bit here in the fourth quarter for Dave Logan. Good play by White, the nose guard.
50 seconds left. Third down and 11 for Dallas. Now there's a fan who has come onto the field. That doesn't happen very often, and he is being hustled off. Sort of looked like Willie Nelson, didn't he?
I was going to say he had a different uniform on than what we've been accustomed to seeing.
We're down to 30 seconds. They let the clock run. Well, that fellow was officially in the game because the clock was running.
He's now officially out under handcuffs, too, Jack.
It is third down for Dallas with only 15 seconds remaining, and they can let the 30-second clock run down. They stay on the ground to Newhouse. He breaks it down to about the 20-yard line, gets the first down, and this game is over, folks. We're down to 5 seconds left. The Cowboys have won it, and the Cowboys will play on January 10th. Tampa Bay has been eliminated. The end of the game between the Buccaneers and the Cowboys. The final score, Dallas 38, Tampa Bay nothing.